Yet again, when it comes to all those things happening on a global scale, when it comes to all those things that are affecting every single one of us, this is going to be quite significant week, but purely because it is going to be rather interesting continuation of what was happening in the previous week. And when I say that it's going to be quite interesting continuation, the fact is that the devilish energy is working really hard, and the devilish energy at the moment is very strong. As the stronger devilish energy is, that as the more negative things are at the moment, you know, they are going to be much more positive later on, and people are going to see things very crystal clear indeed. What they do, what these low vibration energy people, beings, devils are actually doing right now at the moment, you know, I said it and I say it every single week, they're trying to turn the world upside down. They're using people who are not all there. They're using people who are like a soulless. They're using people who are not normal. They're using people who are not human beings to achieve their horrible and very low vibration and very bad energy agenda. It is very scary and it is very dangerous, and it is very interesting how many people have actually fallen for this. They're using the combination of hate. They're using a combination of the certain mentality. They're using the combination of mentality. What they're doing is they're trying to put people in a certain mental traps. By putting people in mental traps, they're just kind of trying to make people feel like something is owed to them. They make people feel really angry. They make people feel really frustrated. They make people feel like something is owed to every single one of us. It is absolutely crazy. It is completely ridiculous, and this must not continue. This must not continue. We are reaching a really important point. We are reaching a really important stage, and this is going to have to stop, and very shortly the things are going to start changing. Let me just say something, like for example, they use these silly sport people that have got nothing to do with real life, that have got nothing to do with people. These silly sport people that have been all their lives they have been completely rich, they have been absolutely loaded, they live in their own bubble, and they're absolutely perfect for this type of low vibration devilish people to use this type of people in order to cause confusion, in order to cause hatred, in order to cause division. Please do not allow these people to make you feel like you want to divide. Please do not allow these people to make you feel like you're part of it. Please do not allow these devilish people to put you in a mental trap. This is exactly what they're trying to do. They're using people to put people in a mental trap in order to get them reflected in a completely negative and in a completely bad way. So what it happens, like these people don't find a way out, and the only way out would be through some kind of aggression, through some kind of negativity, through some kind of divide. We are not going to let to be divided. We are all one person. I keep on saying this. It's important to remember at this ridiculous time when the world is becoming like a complete cloud world. Yeah, wow, complete clown world. It's becoming a complete clown world every single day. Okay, every single day it seems to be worse, and the little bluebird flying all around, which is in my opinion the worst social network, is the bluebird. I keep on saying how dangerous this network is, because this network is like a weapon. This network is a lie. This network is not real. This network is causing a divide. This network is much worse than people think. It is possibly worse. Look, go over there and see what's happening. Or maybe you shouldn't go over there and see what's happening, so you don't get like a kind of like a you don't get to be part of this horrible toxic agenda, horrible toxic energy. This is what they are doing. They want to make you feel embarrassed for something that you should be proud of. I keep on saying you should be proud of your nation. You should be proud of your people. You should be proud of your country. You should protect your people. You should protect your country. Do not, please do not kind of like try to go down that road thinking, you know, oh no, we are all unity and all that. No. Their agenda doesn't care about absolutely anyone, regardless who we are. This is all coming, and this is all orchestrated from the people on the very top, very top, very top, very top. No, I'm not talking about none of them that we know from the news, none of them that we know, like, you know, from the news and things like that. None of these people are from the presidency or anything like that. There are other people that are behind all these. There are other people who are controlling absolutely everything. And this is what it happens. These other people who are behind the scene, you know, who am I talking about? Who are controlling the whole thing. They are very, very bad. They're very, very evil, and they're very, very low vibration. This is exactly where the devil is. This is exactly where the devil lies indeed. And that's the devil that affects these people, these sports people who are going to turn around and say that you should be embarrassed because of your own country, that you should be embarrassed because of your own flag, and it's something completely that you should be proud of. You know that you need to be proud of, and that's the devil you need to stop. This is exactly the devil that needs to stop. And the last time when I was saying about the Hollywood, you know, this is exactly what I was saying when I mentioned the Hollywood. You know, Hollywood is very low. Hollywood is very bad. You must know this by now, but Hollywood is not what people think that it is. Hollywood is like a very bad, very low vibration energy. Those people are not even people. Those people are really, really bad. They're doing really bad things. They're drinking really bad things. It's almost unbelievable to believe what those people actually do. Look at Hollywood. Look what they say. Look what they do. Look how horrible they are. Look what they're saying to people just to divide. Look what they're trying to do. They're trying to make a complete distraction. They're trying to kind of make people to focus in order to distract themselves, in order to distract their, to destroy, their own country, to destroy their own people. Just stay who you are. Just keep focused, stay who, like believe in your own things, and do not let these devils to divide. Do not let this devil to cloud your mind. You see, this is so important to put on stop right now, because what these devils are right now doing when it comes to the actual schools, it's unbelievable. It's ridiculous. If you don't believe me, what these people are doing in the school right now, what they're teaching your children, this is just becoming beyond the cloud world. They're trying to destroy the nations. They're trying to destroy the people. They're trying to destroy family values by pretending that they care about gay people, they care about transgender and things like that. They don't care about gay people. They don't care about transgender. In fact, they're trying to divide as much as they can. Didn't you know how many transgenders are in the news lately? How many transgenders are everywhere? They're saying that the people at 8 or 9 years old can actually choose their transgender at that time. Are you absolutely out of your mind? This is a complete nonsense. Do you want your child to decide their gender by the age of 8, 9? Of course not. God knows what would I say if somebody asked me at that age, Sasha, would you like to be a girl or a boy? God knows what I would say. Seriously. When I was 6, I was wearing my sister's miniskirts and I was looking at myself in the mirror. Of course I was experimenting with things and I was doing things. So I'm saying, if somebody came to me and asked me then, would you like to change your sex? Oh yeah, I would say, yeah, of course, yeah. Do you know what I mean? And then a few years later, I would be like, no. Please be very careful. Please be very careful. These people don't care about sex. They don't care about gender. They don't care about how people feel. They have a very, very dangerous agenda themselves. They have got a very dangerous points that they're working by, that they want to achieve. That's why you just have to stay true to yourself, trust your own intuition, okay? This is this progressive agenda. They're hiding behind like a certain ideas that are bringing all of us together, but in fact what they're trying to do is to destroy. The agenda started long time ago, but it became very significant in 2005 when the certain person took over, and in 2005 when the certain person did something really bad to that person's country, and at the same time that person destroyed the whole continent that is never ever going to be the same again. What do you think that this is to do with the people who are looking for home? This is completely wrong, and it has all been orchestrated since a long time ago. Since 2005 it started completely full on. It started before that, but since 2005 it just started supported completely this particular agenda. So this has been going on for a really, really long time, and this is nothing to do with your safety or my safety or anybody else's safety. This is something to do with like it's like a scene from a horror movie. These people are so evil. These beings are so evil who are behind the scene, who are controlling the whole situation. Okay, and this is why we need to wake up. This is why we need to be careful, because this world is not going to be the way it is now. Please wake up. Look at how, oops, you see, please wake up. Need to carry on. Please wake up. Look at the people around you. They are in the universities, they're in the colleges, they're lying to people, they're clouding people's mind, and they're being very, very clever about it, because they're using this certain pinpoints, that to make people like to feel bad about people. This is all a mind game, and this is not happening for the first time. I'm saying to you, this has been going on for a really, really long time, because these people have been behind the scenes for a really, really long time, who have been running the world, and they're not good, they're really, really bad. I'm sorry to say, they're not good, they're really bad, and this is what they do, and this is what they want to do now. And the only way to stop this is just try to be normal. Do not allow, your child to be indoctrinated. Do not allow your children to be indoctrinated. Please try to understand me. This is really serious. Try to understand me. This is really serious. They're indoctrinating your children in the school. They're teaching them all sorts of rubbish. They're teaching them all sorts of nonsense. They're teaching them all sorts of things that don't exist. This is what I'm saying. Please to try to understand that almost in every school is this like a kind of like an agenda that the child can change their sex. This is not normal. This is the child abuse which is going in the schools. Just homeschool your child. If you can homeschool your child at the moment, that would be probably the best thing to do. But then now, and this very moment in time, we are reaching a very important point, and the only thing that we can all collectively do, people need to get together, and people need to like kind of put a stop on this. People need to change this. People need to go to the bottom of this, see where this is coming from, who is in charge of all this, who is saying to the schools to do this, who is letting this nonsense to go on. This is a child abuse, and this is just part of the little picture. But as I'm saying, believe me or not, this have all been done before. This is a very, very like old way of doing things, old way of destroying things. What they are trying to do now, it sounds absolutely crazy. They're trying to destroy country by country in order to just like kind of create something completely different and completely change the world. This is not going to work like this. This was already kind of this is what somebody else wanted to do it in 1933 time, blah blah blah. This has all been repeating. Let me tell you just one more thing. If you're not awake by now, look around you how they're slagging off the people like of a certain color. Are you mental? Are you crazy? Who cares about the color? Who cares about racism? Who cares about this nonsense? Who cares about this? Let's just move on. We are not going backwards. We are trying to move on. And what they want to do, in order to fight you up, in order to fight everybody else together, this is the difference, and this stupid bollocks, identity politics and all that nonsense. It's absolute rubbish. They're only trying to do to divide people. They're only trying to do this to make people fight. They're only trying to do this just to basically, they even started like male against female, like straight against gay, straight against transgender. As more divide these devils do, the more people are going to fight. The more people fight and the more divide there is, the easier for these bastards it's going to be to conquer. What we need to do collectively now as people is to get together and put a stop to this. Get together, stop waiting for like a certain vote for this, vote for that. People need to get together. People need to put a stop to this before it's too late. Because if we don't put a stop to this before it's too late, we are not going to be allowed to say anything. Very soon, if we let things to go so bad, very soon the the devilish group of people in the certain part of the world, the devilish group of people is slowly coming out. And what this devilish group of people in the certain part of country, United States of America, is actually going to try to do, United States of America, this devilish group of people is being placed there on purpose just to destroy. This devilish group of people, watch them. You are normal. If you're watching me, you're normal. Watch this devilish group of people in the United States of America, what they are doing. They're not working for you. They're not working for the United States of America. They're not working for American people. They're not working for the world. They are working for devil. And devil is working to open up all the borders, destroy all the borders and things like that. It's a nonsense. It's a la-la world. La-la world. This was meant to be done in 1933. How did that go? How did that end up? Wake up. This is what they're trying to do. This devilish group of people from the United States of America, they don't work for you. They don't work for Americans. What they actually do, they're working for the devil, and they're trying to bring as many people as they can in order to destroy, and for the American people to pay for the taxes and for all the nonsense. This is absolutely crazy. There are people that are homeless on the street. There are people that are like parentless, there are people that don't have parents, there are people like basically children with no parents, children to be adopted, homeless people, homeless veterans. I mean, how can we even forgive this to ourselves? Homeless veterans on the street, and they're worrying about illegals. It is absolutely crazy, okay? And this is why my saying is just so important to follow your own intuition, to follow your own path, and to just kind of stay true to yourself in this absolute madness. Sorry, I just dropped one of my tarot cards, and this is so significant. And it's very interesting that this is the tarot card that I've actually dropped, and the tarot card that I've actually dropped is actually the Fool, and it's very important, very significant when it comes to the actual very important stage that it's about to happen, very important stage that it's about to manifest. And this stage that it's about to happen, that it's about to manifest, is going to be really good. But the way it's going to happen, it's going to surprise everybody. Somebody completely XYZ who nobody would expect. It's just going to have absolutely mind-blowing influence and impact on the whole situation. And after that moment, after that point in time, things are slowly going to start changing, which means that the world is collectively going to start wake up like there is no tomorrow. But the thing is that the world is awakened already, but they're damming us up, as I said. Chemtrails, there's soya, in the products, lots of products that are not natural, they have the fluoride in the water. They're dumping people up. They're making people like a little bit slow. They're making people like a very clouded, which means that people are kind of like realizing, but they're really like a laid back with things and with the situation that people shouldn't be laid back. So it's not so much about waking up, but it's so much about reaching the certain point when everybody is going to realize what really is happening, when everybody is going to realize how dangerous this situation actually is, and how scary and dangerous this situation is going to become if people don't reach the certain point and start collectively getting together and start collectively changing things. Because if we let things to happen like this, what I was going to say before, you see how they're hating the certain group of people, like the certain color they hate, for example, and it's also like the certain people that have been punished in the war. Certain people that have been punished in the war, 1933 time, you know what I mean, yeah? The certain group of people, now it's getting it again, you see. It is the problem. Then when it comes to Jewish people, of course I'm talking about the Jewish people, I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell you how it is exactly, and you know what's happening, and it's scary. So it's the Jewish people as well, they keep on saying things about, it's all about, it's a lot of negativity. It's really bad. I've got a really good and close Jewish friends that are actually getting really paranoid, really scared to be here at the moment. They're unsure. As a psychic me, they're asking me whether they should stay here or whether they should go, what's happening, because they see that things are getting really scary. So there are lots of anti-Jewish thing going on at the moment, and somebody when I was working out came to me and mentioned something about it. I was like, oh my god, people are really getting to realize what's really happening. In the in 1933, this is exactly how it happened when it happened with the Jewish people. They started slugging them off, slugging them off, slugging them off, slugging them off, and then by the time, Jewish people are, okay, they're slugging us, they're slugging it off, then this is scary, and then by the time, and then they were doing this for ages until Jewish people got completely used to it, and then they thought, oh yeah, and until they just started pointing to people, okay, you go this way, you go this way, you go this way, in concentration camps and things like that. Once Jewish people didn't care anymore. Now they seems to do this a lot with the white people when it comes to like a Twitter. It's disgusting. Just go there and see, and you will see why I kind of feel disgusted when I go on that social network with the blue bird. I feel absolutely disgusted. It's disgusting. And I feel like I need to have a shower, okay? I feel like I need to have a shower after I go on that Bluebird network. It's the worst. It's very dangerous. And it's the cause of like about 85% of problems in the world. Same like when it comes to like a media. Don't trust the media anymore. I told you this before, because the media is the DDD devils. Get me? The media is the DDD devils, and that's why I'm saying to you not to trust the media. I'm just going to do the little shuffle now, and this is the period in between the 8th and the 14th of July 2019, and I'm just going to quickly check what is going to be very significant. There you go. Another bad person is going to be exposed, but it's something that we already knew about. It's something that we were waiting for, and something that we were surprised at. How come that this person hasn't been exposed before? This person has been lying. This person has done lots of illegal things. This person is connected to the United States of America. She's a female, and she's done something really bad and illegal, and it was just a matter of time when people are going to start paying attention to this. It's very important, because this is one of the people that are actually very dangerous, and this is one of the people that have been placed in order to do bad, not good. So there is an exposure of someone that we actually know who this is, but we were just waiting for the right moment, waiting for the right time, and this is also going to be really good starting point, you see. And another brilliant decision is going to be made by a really powerful leader, and I'm keep on talking about this particular leader in this particular part of the world that I already mentioned, so it doesn't matter. He's very powerful. He's an older man, very powerful figure, very strong figure, and he's fighting evil. He's fighting bad. Whether you hate him for whichever reason that the media made up, media was working relentlessly to try to make this person look in a completely bad way, in a completely negative way. They're using all these little words in order to try to stop people. This is what they do. If they disagree with something or someone, they just name you. You are this, you are that, you are this, you are that. Enough of this nonsense, please. Enough of this. Anyway, so that particular person is actually going to do something really amazing, something really good, and even more people are going to start not waking up, but starting to realize that a very, very important point, very important moment we are about to reach, okay? And one more card I'm going to take out when it comes to the actual period from the 8th until the 14th of July as well, what is going to happen globally and spiritual. And again, absolutely incredible. This is a super card. I'm just liking it. This is the second time that I took this out, which also means that normal people are going to become stronger. Normal people are going to become more powerful. What I can tell you, what we can't see, what we can't know, is that the normal people are going to become more powerful. The vibration is going to be absolutely super strong, and the vibration is just going to start changing everything else. That particular vibration is going to start affecting the vibration of the bad people, of the negative people, of the devils, and also of the demons that I was talking about. Something very important is going to happen, and the people, the bad, negative people behind the scene are going to be affected by it. And this is purely because the people's vibration is going to rise without people even realizing. And this is because more and more people are reaching this important point. As I said, it's not about people waking up, but it's about people finally realizing and actually doing something, making something, doing and creating, having that starting point, that power powerful manifestation. It's about to change everything. So watch this space and be very open-minded. Keep your own intuition and watch everything that's happening in the weekend between 8th and the 14th of July, because this is going to be a game changer. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's from the 8th until the 14th of July 2019. So it's from the 8th until the 14th of July 2019, and I'm going to start with the horoscope sign of Aries. Now, Aries, you see, there is a very important message that you're actually going to have. A very important message, but it's not only about a very important message that you're going to have. It's a lot to do with where the message is actually coming from, okay? And it's really good because there is something very solid going to happen to you when you think about that person. Very strong feeling when it comes to you thinking about this person, you feeling a strong connection with this person when it comes to you trusting them. Very strong trusting feeling. That in itself is just going to also become very interesting point, because you're going to realize something very important about yourself, and very important new stage is about to start happening here, and it's to do with that particular news and that particular message that you're actually going to receive, because at the same time you're going to have a certain knowledge, and at the same time you're going to have like a certain confirmation as well, and that in itself is going to be really good, and it's going to help you to make a big change when it comes to your home and when it comes to your immediate environment. This is also going to be an important week for those of you that are actually in relationship, because it is just a certain harmony and certain love. It's going to bring people even closer together, and that in itself is going to be really important point, because you're going to make a really significant decision together. And you know what I quite like here is the certain person from the past, certain friend from the past is going to make themselves known, and this is really going to surprise you, because they're also going to tell you something that is going to surprise you back. It's going to make you realize that there is some kind of like some very important stage it's about to unfold to you. Very important unfoldment that you wouldn't normally actually realize. There is a letter S. It's also going to be very significant. On another hand, you are going to get a certain strength when it comes to the control over the situation, when it comes to the certain person that affected you in a certain way, like about within the last 11 months, and that affected your self-esteem a little bit, and that affected your confidence without you even realize. Now this is a really important week, because now you are reaching this interesting point where you are going to have a control over the situation, and I think that's really significant indeed. On another hand, you are going to have a little hermit moment as well, and the hermit moment that you are going to have is just going to kind of like it's it sounds weird, but it's just going to like kind of be very much so connected to the financial situation, and it's very much so going to be connected to your finances, and it's very much so going to be connected to your next stage. There are three things that are going to come out of it. There are three things that are going to be very significant. There are three things that are going to be very important, and as I said, it's to do with the actual worry, it's to do with a certain loss, and it's to do with a certain security. So three things are going to come out of your hermit moment. I also highly suggest to you to go outside, to ground yourself a little bit, sit down on the ground wherever you can see, not on the cement or something like that, but on the actual natural ground, that just make a little connection, and that in itself, it's also going to be really important starting point. However, this is also going to be able to help you. There are three choices that are going to come out of your hermit moment, and three choices are going to be very important, very significant when it comes to your security, when it comes to your power, and when it comes to the next stage of your life, next step of your life. You may not even realize this straight away this week, but as the time goes by, you will see exactly what I mean, because it's also going to be about your success. This is going to be about your gain, and it's also going to be very important when it comes to the certain negotiation. If you want to have negotiations, this week is going to be quite good and quite brilliant and quite bombastic, fantastic, very good when it comes to the actual negotiations indeed. And also Number 7, it's going to be your lucky number. So if you can have a number 7, if you can write it somewhere on a piece of paper, you can have like a little pendant, you can write it on your hand, you know, like put it in your pocket or something like that, you know, like as long as you attach yourself to the actual energy of number 7, this is really good, because it's just going to help you so much in order to actually work with the flow even more, work with the flow even better. Okay, what else I was going to say, that when it comes to the actual health, it's going to be very important for you, my babies, to actually expose yourself to sun and air. You don't have to expose yourself like to your sun, like of course if you're like someone in the desert, you know, and the sun is really strong, you know what I mean, like not that much, you know, but like you just need to go outside a little bit and just air. My point is that it's important for you to make a connection with air and the sun. So you could be like maybe working a lot, and you could spend a lot of time indoors, you know, like this is so important. Please just try to do this, because that in itself is going to help you with a certain power, and that power is also going to help you to gain radiance. It is very important for your balance, and it is very important for your health, and it is very important for your radiance. So this is when it comes to your health, it's just so important for you to expose yourselves to sun and air, and also just drink like water as much as you can. Drink water every single morning. It's just so important. Drink a little bit, take a glass of water and have like a squeeze of lemon, unwaxed lemon, which is just going to help you so, and do that throughout the week for the whole 7 days, and that is going to help to flush out the toxins, and it's just going to help you so much, like with the digestion and things like that, which I think is going to be slightly more sensitive. And try to avoid coffee as well. On another hand, for those of you that are actually in relationship, it's just really good week, you know, very important week and very significant, because it is all going to be about your harmony. It is all going to be about your love. This is going to be so good, because an old problem is going to bounce back that you would normally argue about, or you would fight about, or you wouldn't agree. But now that problem is just going to come back to the completely different dimension, and that in itself is going to be a good starting point, because you're both going to see it, live it, feel it differently, and that is going to come to an end, and that most certainly is going to reflect on both of you wonderfully. For those of you that are actually single, sorry, for those of you that are actually single, I would be like just running like a little bambino, like seriously, no, don't. There is someone that is just gonna come through, and these people are really negative, these people are really bad, and I don't really like them. It's a very low vibration, you know, and what you need to do is just like a kind of like, this person is lying a lot, so you need to use your own intuition. Your intuition is going to be very strong. The bottom line is you will be surrounded by the people, you will be surrounded by the group of people that you're not surrounded normally by, which means that this is going to happen like a little bit weirdly, in a completely different way, and that person is going to become the part of the situation. You're going to find them like, wow, you're sexy, but I would just like kind of avoid them. I would stay away from them, because this person is like going to this is how they are. They give you this certain projection, but they're like completely different, they're completely bad, they're not really good, they're like some kind of enemy, and they're very low vibration. So basically the bottom line is, if you see someone that you fancy and you feel like there is something not quite right with them, just stay away. There is going to be something very unusual about their face, you know. I mean, they're going to be good looking, but there's still something going to be quite unusual. So the bottom line is just stay away, my gorgeous Erini, stay away. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about this week is going to be my gorgeous Taurus, my beautiful Taurini, my gorgeous Taurini. Okay, do you know what? It is just so good. It is the moment of forgiveness. It is the moment of forgiveness that you are going to have, that it's also going to become a rather new start, good new start, powerful new start. Indeed, I like it. I'm so good. I'm so happy for you. And see who you feel angry. See who you feel upset this week. See who comes to your mind, who you are like really angry and pissed off, you know, with, and things like that, because that is going to be a really big moment, because karmically this week is going to affect you like there is no tomorrow. And the fact that this week is going to affect you like there is no tomorrow, this is why this is so important karmically, my babies, karmically, okay, my bambinis, because as soon as you feel like upset with someone, whether this is going to be in your mind or whether somebody upset upsets you, but karmically this is going to be somebody whom you actually have some kind of energy with. So somebody is going to upset you and you're going to think about it. That is going to be the part of your mind. So it may happen on that week, like somebody literally somebody upsets you, like literally, like in front of you, you know, or in your mind it's going to bounce back, it's going to come back, somebody who upset you in the past, and you're going to just need to kind of have a really important moment. So if that comes back to you, you're thinking about suddenly about John or Mark or Steve, you know, who upset you, you know, you are going to need to, like, the important, please try to understand, this is important, it's karmically important, because it's going to affect your emotional life, it's going to affect your spiritual life. So the bottom line is you just need to forgive and forget to that particular person as soon as that feeling comes back. So what is going to happen at that moment, what is actually going to happen at that moment, it is going to, the new door is going to become available to you. Financially, this is going to be, believe me, you know, financially, this is going to be amazing. It's all kind of connected, but also spiritually and emotionally, this is going to be absolutely bombastic, because most certainly what is going to happen, it is going to improve your life, it is going to improve your way of thinking, it is going to improve your own development, but also there is a very, very important promotion that you're going to have. If you're not working, you're retired, you can also expect, like, to have a promotion with your life, literally, which is more happiness is going to come in, more excitement is going to come in, more of a boom feeling is going to come in, more shaky feeling is going to come in, where you're going to be able to look everywhere and see the positivity in everything, goodness in everything. I'm not saying that you didn't see before, that you didn't feel this before, but I'm just saying that this is going to be like really good starting point for you indeed, because it's all about the outcome of the past effort on this week, together with an important rebirth. You, my gorgeous Taurini, are going to have an important rebirth this week indeed, and I'm liking it because I know how much this is going to mean to you. On another hand, an important message about a family member is going to come through forward, and you're going to be like, yay! So that's really good as well. That can't be bad. On another hand, oh my lord, another hermit moment, one after another. I just had Erini, and now I'm having Taurini. Okay, now I'm having you, gorgeous Taurus. Now this is important, and when it comes to you, and when it comes to your hermit moment, you know, this is so good. This is going to be really important, because your hermit moment, it's going to be the time, the moment when your spirit guides, when your angels, can you hear them? You see, important time when your angels, spirit guides are going to come through forward, and they're going to let you know about a certain self-denial. You're going to need to realize what this self-denial is. You're going to need to realize what your spirit guides are trying to let you know, and that self-denial is also going to help you to kind of get rid of from a certain bondage that you had, forget about a certain downfall, you know. Karmically, this is very strong and it's powerful, and it's also going to connect you to the certain situation a long time ago. It's so important, because this is the time of your progress, this is the time of your second stage, this is the time of your second step. So this is why this is so important indeed. On another hand, you know, nostalgic time when it comes to childhood, because you will hear from someone from the past who means to you so much, and that in itself is going to spark something, like this little Kundalini here, okay, Kundalini, that is going to start something, that is going to spark something. You will realize something about your past. At the same time, you will also bring an insight that is just going to help you to make a decision with the current moment and current situation, with what's what's going on now. Okay, so what else I was going to say is just like a basically, you know, and also it is like the boring part of your life, it's coming to an end. An annoying part of the life, if it's coming to an end, a seriously annoying part of your life, it's coming to an end. But this is so important, because also you are having ridiculously powerful ending, and this is so good, because if this ending, this realization happened only 2 weeks ago, you were freaking out. No, but because it's happening now, you will be able to feel this, to sense this from a completely different angle, and you will make a very important judgment, and it's going to be very wise. It's going to be very significant, but it is going to bring you absolutely mind-blowing harmony and good feeling in your life, and at the same time it's going to help you to get rid of a certain burden. Okay, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Taurine, is now when it comes to your actual health, you're also going to benefit a lot, the second time again, about drinking lemon water. Please try to drink lemon water because it's going to help you with digestion. Your digestion is going to be a little bit not that good, like it's going to be quite sensitive this week, so please, I want you to take sensitive as well at the same time. So sensitive, it would be like a lemon juice, lemon water. So take a little bit of water every single morning before you take anything, before you drink anything, before you eat anything, you know, just take like a little bit of water and put a little bit of lemon, unwaxed organic lemon, okay, and drink this every week, and this is going to help you beautifully with your digestion. And also hair, skin and nails, my babies. Hair, skin and nails is actually going to be quite significantly important to take care of. So an additional supplements to help you with the hair, skin and nails, but especially hair. And I highly suggest you to get a biotin, combination of biotin and vitamin C, and this needs to be completely natural form of biotin. So basically biotin is just so important. Please, it's going to help you to basically so much with your hair especially. But the hair, skin and nails is like basically a biotin and vitamin C. Both this combination for hair, skin and nails is absolutely bombastic. So as I said, biotin, please try to get from the cauliflower or avocados. Avocados are beautifully rich in biotin. Biotin is a form of vitamin B, of course. So now this is a natural form of vitamin B that you can get it from cauliflower or avocado would be my favorite version. Organic avocado oil and things like that, you know, that are rich in like a biotin and also vitamin C. This is all you need. Vitamin C is also going to be rich. If you go for acerola cherry powder it gives you 1080 milligrams of vitamin C per little teaspoon, but at the same time it contains some B vitamins that are also quite good, you know, in general for you. So this is what I need you to get. So it's a biotin, but from the avocados or cauliflowers, or basically if you can get like a vitamin C from organic acerola cherry flower cherry powder. Okay, so now my gorgeous Tauruses, for those of you that are actually in relationship, your partner is going to be a little bit impatient, your partner is going to be a little bit anxious because they're waiting for something, they're waiting for some kind of a change. It's very important to just remember that the things are going to be fine, the things are working fine, but it's all in moderation, one step at a time, one thing at a time. Okay, so your partner is going to be a little bit anxious, so I don't want that to affect you. I don't want you to be anxious. So just to let you know, try to like use the certain harmony and try to raise the certain energy with your own positivity this week. On another hand, for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, you know, there is somebody that is actually going to caught your attention this week, and it's not about like a kind of like a meeting with this person. It's not about like being with this person, but there is somebody that is just very beautiful, very amazing, very powerful, that is about to give you certain advice. That advice is going to be the beginning of something very special, because with that advice, through that advice, you're going to realize something about yourself, and that in itself is going to be very important starting point, because by the end of this week, something is going to trigger, something is going to happen that is going to be really good, but it's also going to make you feel so much good about yourself, so much better about yourself, and you're going to realize the things that you were missing, that you could have been focusing on. You know, it's going to make you feel, the bottom line is, it's going to rejuvenate you, it's going to make you feel really good about yourself, and it's going to make you feel very optimistic. So you're going to be told something, you're going to get a certain advice, you're going to receive a certain advice, and that is just going to be the perfect thing ever, because this in itself is going to be massive, huge starting point. And if that didn't happen, you wouldn't meet someone special, because there is a very soon a special person going to walk into your life, and it wouldn't happen, that person wouldn't walk in your life if you didn't go through this experience. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, gorgeous Gemini. Geminini, my gorgeous Geminini. I love you to bits. Okay, so Geminini, my gorgeous Gemininis, my gorgeous Geminis, you are actually going to have a mind-blowing good news. Mind-blowing good news that you are going to have, and it's gonna make you feel so good. It's gonna make you feel very optimistic, very cocky, but in the best possible way, because this goes a long way back. This goes with you feeling a little bit like nervous, you're feeling like a little bit edgy, you're feeling like a little bit uncomfortable, especially for the last 6 months. Maybe you wanted to prove something to someone, certain things took slightly longer and they happened in a slightly different way, which on another hand helped you to see things from a completely and slightly different angle, both at the same time, but also it gives you the certain radiance, and also this is going to be the time and the moment of your special rebirth when you're going to feel super optimistic and super confident indeed. What else I was going to say, this week it's all about you going on the next stage. Seriously, this week is all about your advanced, okay? The next stage of your journey. You know, you're going to feel very adventurous. So whatever you see there, whatever you want to connect to, you know, just go for it, go for it, go for it. And also, let me tell you something. You know, something is going to happen as well, what you expected, but it's going to be even better, and it's going to bring you the whole new option, and it's all to do with your desire, it's all to do with what you do, and it's all to do with what recognition of your abilities, and also ideas, the certain ideas that you wanted to do and make. Most certainly this week they will be implemented. You will do something really brave this week, you know, and I'm so proud of you. That is going to be the moment of growth. That is going to be the moment of power, because it's going to be very daring, and it's going to be so good, because emotionally this is just going to take you somewhere completely different, and it's going to make you realize that probably one of the biggest points of your life is about to manifest. It's about to come to you. It's about to happen. And letter H and letter A, okay, H and A are also going to be playing an important role. Okay, what else I was going to say to you, my gorgeous Geminini, is that basically this week it's all about your transformation, it is all about your transition, and it is all about the change that is like slowly about to come in. That change is also going to help you to kind of reverse those things in your life that were making you feel really low, that were making you feel really tired, and most importantly, things that were preventing you from being yourself. That's the one. Okay, what else I was going to say is just basically, you know what? It is like abandonment of your life. It's going to become evident that you're going to need to change certain things by the end of this week indeed. And there is a little sacrifice that you're going to need to make. You know, this is going to be big. This is going to be, sorry, my darling. This is going to be big. This is going to be significant. But also at the same time, it is just going to lead towards like your own readjustment, regeneration, and rebirth. This is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy for you, because that in itself is going to become something really big. That in itself is going to become something really huge, and it's also going to become very adventurous time for you. You can expect a fantastic, wonderful adventure here at the same time that is purely going to happen, purely going to come, purely going to manifest from you being daring. Anything daring, go for it, as long as it's a good thing, as long as it's something really positive, something optimistic and things like that, because it's just going to take you far, far, far away, much further that you would normally go, that you would normally do. And there is, as I said, there is an abandonment of the certain stage of your life that you are going to have, but you will know when you abandon, when you change, when you stop, when you cut this out of your life, then you will know that at the same time there are like about 10 other dimensions, 10 other doors are going to become available to you like almost immediately. Okay, what else I was going to say, like when it comes to the actual, one more thing, there's an interesting news that you are going to have. That news that you are going to have is going to give you an idea. That idea is going to be, that you are going to have, it's going to give you time to think, and that out of this thinking there is something absolutely mind-blowing going to happen when it comes to inspiration, and when it comes to the new stage in your life, and when it comes to the ongoing problem that you had for the last 22 months indeed. When it comes comes to the actual health, you need to make sure, my gorgeous Gemini, to actually please stop taking like a natural, stop taking deodorants that are chemicals. Listen, that's another thing that I was going to say, that chemicals everywhere. These people are absolutely terrible who are doing this, because as I said, there are lots of chemicals, these beautiful little perfumes, chemicals, these beautiful deodorants, chemicals, aluminium. It's horrible. Of course, you've got those that you can buy in the shop without aluminium, but then again, they contain these fake perfumes. I don't trust them. And people don't realize how dangerous that is. I spoke about that before. You put like aluminium deodorant, you block your pores. Hello. What people do in order not to smell, you know what I mean? It's like you block your pores. Great. Fill yourself up with chemicals, fantastic. Yay! You see, this is what they do. This is how they dam us up without even realizing. So that's why I'm saying, please try to make sure that you're using aluminium-free natural deodorants that you can buy, like completely natural deodorants, not those brands that are evil, like a brands that are natural, good brands, aluminium-free deodorants with the natural perfume, with the natural lavender, whatever, calendula or something like that. Get something nice, because you will have a very strong, significant sensitivity to aluminium deodorants. So please try to avoid aluminium deodorants. Try to not to use them. Try to use natural deodorants, and you will see they're absolutely fine. They work just well. I use them myself. I go to work out for hours, and it's just like no smell whatsoever. So they are working, trust me. Okay, so now when it comes to the actual relationships, ooh la la, it is the partner is just gonna be going, your partner is gonna be going through something quite deep. Ooh, gosh, I can feel it. Your partner is going to be going through something really deep. Your partner is going to be going through something very significant. It's very low, and it's just a kind of lack of certain success. It's like the energy is going to be really not that good. The dimension is going to be not that good. So anything to do with your partner this week that you can feel that is something really bad, if you can buy them something like maybe like something like a black tourmaline, or if you can buy them something like a black onyx, or if you can buy them like something like a hematite. All these things are quite good to absorb the bad energy, and especially when the bad energy is around us, when it's caused by something else, we can become more vulnerable. On another hand, if you can't get these crystals, then you can always say to your partner to actually take a little bit, one bag of salt, natural salt, put in one pocket, and take another bag, put in another pocket, and just wear this throughout the week. It's going to help them to protect themselves against all sorts of negative energy, negative activities and things like that could affect your partner when it's feeling a little bit low. This is normal. It happens to every single one of us. It depends what exactly is going on, but this week your partner is going to feel a little bit low, so this is what you do. And also kind of do something to make things different, like surprise them, because surprising energy is quite significant and that changes things rapidly. On another hand, for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, my gorgeous Gemini, you are just all over the place, because what is going to happen here is the fact that you're actually going to have a really fantastic satisfaction. Okay, brilliant satisfaction, brilliant accomplishment. Okay, there is the situation that you are going to have, and the situation that you are going to have, it's going to be it's going to make you feel really happy. It's going to make you feel really ecstatic. It's going to make you feel really beautiful. It's going to make you feel really optimistic, and that particular optimistic energy is just going to start something, but it's going to come from you having a good news. Do you remember when I said to you at the beginning of this reading that you are going to have a good news? Now, this good news that you are going to have is just going to be the start of something really important, because it will put you in touch with the people that you wouldn't normally be in touch, and that in itself is going to make you become part of the group that you wouldn't normally be. That in itself is going to start something, and also it is going to make you to make a certain arrangement, and the arrangement that you are going to make is also going to require from you social socialize with people, socialize with other people, and that in itself is going to make you be in touch with someone very, very special. But the bottom line is that through the situation, through the you socializing, you will be socializing, but at around the same time when you hear really good news about yourself, about your achievement, this is all going to start, your candle within is going to start burning, you're going to be radiant, you're going to be sexy, you're going to be good, you're going to feel really good, you're going to be flirting a lot, I didn't mention, so this is all going to be like very significant because it's going to make you feel really good. And I'm so happy for you, because this is going to be an important starting point when you're going to find somebody who you really get on with, and it's nothing is going to happen just yet, but it is just going to be the beginning of something very special and very strong in between you two. So you are going to meet somebody, okay? And number four, it's also going to be very significant when it comes to that particular person. So there is going to be the start of some kind of friendship, some kind of very special friendship, but this is only going to be the beginning indeed, okay? So now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, of course, is going to be my gorgeous Cancerini, my beautiful, gorgeous Cancerini. I love you to bits, and you have so much to look forward to this week. It is going to be very busy, but you will enjoy this busy. It is going to be very significant because there are lots of things that are going to happen that are going to really surprise you, and you will think, oh, I'm experienced with this, I'm experienced with that. But the power of this week is going to be that there are certain things that are going to be thrown at you that are going to surprise you in those areas of your life where you feel really experienced. So watch this space, because you're going to do really well. You're going to have a certain knowledge, but there where you don't have a certain knowledge in those areas that are going to surprise you, this is going to be an important starting point, because on one hand it's going to give you the control over the situation, but on another hand it's just going to lead towards your own success. It's so good because this moment in time you will do something very important this week, which is just going to help you with your life a lot when it comes to the certain practicality, when it comes to the certain business acumen, when it comes to the certain strength, when it comes to the certain enterprise, when it comes to for your financial situation, when it comes to those things that you have been focusing on, but also on those things where what you wanted to achieve, whether you're working, whether you're retired, or whether you're looking for work. A very important week this is going to be. And also when it comes to the actual harmony with a certain person is going to be very significant, because somebody's going to surprise you, somebody's going to call you, somebody's going to maybe send you a message or whatever, but there is going to be like a certain surprise that you're going to get through this message, through this phone call, through this surprise. And the surprise that you're going to have, it's also going to help you to see and to realize the certain difficulties that are going to arise in your particular situation, but it's going to be good indeed, because you're going to realize this on time, and you're going to realize you're going to be able to make a certain adjustment. So what is going to happen out of this situation, you're going to make a certain adjustment, which is going to help you a lot to avoid certain deception, to avoid certain trickery, and to avoid certain dishonesty. And also be very careful, my Cancerini, be very careful this week, okay? Be very, very careful. I'm scary. I'm all scary. No, but be very careful, because I do see a little bastard here. Little bastard. Somebody who's like a really naughty, somebody who's really bad and very low vibration. But this person is so low vibration, and they will try to trick you into something. So I will just avoid big, important, huge dealings this week. I would avoid like a big payments, I would avoid big negotiations, and something like that, because I'm worried that in a case if you don't realize who this is, but I think that you will, because it is just such a bad and low negative energy. So it's one person, but there is another person that's connected to that person. But you will know, because you will be able to tell, you'll be able to feel this. Your psychic sense is going to be very strong this week, so you'll be able to feel this. But in case if you just don't have any huge negotiations or anything like that, just to avoid and protect yourself. On another hand, it's just like the answer to you being free. You will be wondering this week, oh my God, what do I do to make my life better? What do I do to make my life so significant? What do I do to make my life, to go on the next stage, next level? Listen to me, my Cancerini. The answer is be free. See what you want to do. See what makes you feel vavavoomaish. See what makes you feel happy. See what makes you feel ecstatic. See what makes you feel excited. Okay? Because what happened not that long ago, now you're going to have a really big payout. Okay? Now this is going to be huge, massive. Because not that long ago, you were doing something, you were focusing on something that was making you feel like really good and really free and really powerful. Now your prosperity is starting, your time is starting, okay? Your big moment is going to start by the end of this week, and it's purely because you were free, purely because you were doing things that are making you feel happy, that are making you feel excited, that are making you feel good indeed. And that is going to become your prosperity moment, and you will see exactly what I mean. Absolutely brilliant week to keep on applying for the jobs, like if you're looking for jobs or something like that. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, what else I was going to say to you, like when it comes to health, my gorgeous Cancerinis, when it comes to your health, I want to say to you that it's going to be, I know this is going to sound weird, but it's very significant. When we sleep on one side and we sleep on another side, they're two completely different things. You know, it's good to sleep on a side, but it means two completely different things. For you, you will benefit to sleep on your left-hand side. Throughout the whole week, you will benefit to sleep on the left-hand side indeed, and that is going to be very good for you. So if you just make sure you've got a good pillow, sleep on the left-hand side, because you will benefit from it. This part of the left-hand side of the body is going to benefit from it like there is no tomorrow. And also try to sleep with a pillow in between your legs. That is going to help with your lower back, which is also going to be just a little bit sensitive area for you this week. On another hand, what I want you to do, to take, is actually going to be something to boost your immune system. Very important, because it's going to rejuvenate you, re-energize you, and it's going to make you feel good about yourself. I want you to take the actual chlorella. Chlorella is like green algae. You know, I'm obsessed with water. I'm obsessed with water vegetables, sea vegetables, and things like that, because they're absolutely powerful, full of goodness, and very, very special, magical vitamins and minerals indeed. So that's why I just need you to take like a chlorella. If you can get like it absolutely without anything else, without nasty ingredients, without nasty chemicals, as natural as possible, please. And chlorella, as I said, chlorella, it's going to help you to boost your immune system, to rejuvenate yourself. Please try to get chlorella without any ingredients, as natural, organic as possible, okay, without any horrible fillers. And if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, check with your doctor, your GP, if you can take this supplement or not. This is natural supplement, but if you're pregnant and breastfeeding, you need to check with your doctor, okay? Very, very important. But this is something I highly recommend you, green algae, chlorella, to boost your immune system this week. You will be able to feel the improvement indeed. On another hand, when it comes to the actual partner, when it comes to the relationship, you see, it is just basically there is some kind of moment that your partner will feel like, because they're trying to reach a certain stage in their life, and it hasn't been as optimistic, as positive as they wanted to, and it's to do with their finances, it's to do with their direction and things like that. So don't let that cloud their mind. So your partner is just going to kind of have a little bit of like a stroppiness in between you two as well, purely because something is going to get them worried. The bottom line is your partner is going to worry a lot, and especially when it comes night, this is the time when your partner is like kind of having like this energy drained quite a lot. So they're worrying about a certain success, they're worrying about a certain stage of their life, but it's going to be absolutely fine. This week is going to be just like a little bit when it comes to that little week of worry. So as I said, as I always say, it's just important, surprise your partner, buy them something nice, buy them something significant, or take them somewhere. Your partner is also going to kind of benefit from a change of scenery this week, so you can do this for them. Okay. On another hand, it's basically for those of you that are actually single. Do you know, for those of you that are single, there is a certain person that is just going to become part of your vavavoom life, someone that you're going to actually see this week, meet this week. But it's not the first time that you've met this person. It's not the first time that you've seen this person. It's somebody who you already spoke, somebody who you already like. It's going to be returning to your life, but it's not somebody who you kind of like slept with, you know. It's not somebody who you went so far with, or maybe you could have, but it's just like somebody that I see that you didn't start a relationship with. This is the bottom line. This is my point. So somebody is going to return that you like, but not in that way that you've started something with them already. No, baby, no. Somebody who gave you some kind of advice and it made you feel like, oh yeah. Somebody who made you feel like really powerful, like because they impressed you so much with their wiseness, with their power. You know, you're Cancerian, so you're like you're impressed with with people being wise, with people being powerful, with people being genuine. You know, at the same time, you're impressed with the genuine people. Okay, once you love forever. You know, so this is why am I saying that there is someone very important about to return, but not an ex-lover, but somebody who gave us some kind of advice at some point in your life. And this is also going to be very interesting stage here, because something is going to surprise you about yourself. Okay, so now the next sign I'm going to be talking about is my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my powerful Leo. My beautiful Leonis, I love you to bits. My gorgeous Leonis, you are going to have a very wise week, because you will be very wise. You're going to be part of this energy. You're going to be part of this path. You're going to be the part of this direction, and you are going to have a serene knowledge. You will surprise yourself this week. This I love when this happens. You will surprise yourself this week, because you will be one of those people who know everything, who know everything about everything, who know a little bit of everything about everything. Sometimes these type of people can be a little bit annoying, but some people can be really interesting. You know, some people can be like really interesting. You can listen to for hours, and these are all spirits. These are all souls. You know, sometimes a child is like 11 and it knows so much. It's ridiculous. Or by the age of 6, 7, they know so much. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is because they're all spirits, and they lived for many lives, you know. And this is why people are so wise, and this is why people know so much. This is why people have so much knowledge indeed, and this is why people feel connected to certain things. I mean, I was like doing like readings by around the age of 11, 12, you know. This I was interested. Oh yeah, readings, you know, playing with the tarot cards at the age of 5, you know. Who does that, you know? But I was just like, they were my toy basically. So that's what I was going to say. So it's basically serene knowledge that you're going to have, and this is so good because this is going to penetrate you in so many ways, you know. And you're going to realize certain things that are literal common sense, that are complete problems that were part of your lives, that were causing confusion in the last 24 months when it comes to you making a really big decision, you know. That is going to be like really highlighted really nicely as a common sense and something very simple and very easy for you to do. Couple of options are going to become available. I'm saying very easy and simple for you to do now this week, but it's normally it will create so many problems, so much confusion and so much cloudness that it's just left you like, oh my god, a little bit in between, you know. But very closely, you know, this is very close, very slowly an important moment is going to happen. Very important moment in your life, my gorgeous Leos, okay, my gorgeous Leonis, because you are from this moment in time, something is going to start changing, and you're going to start feeling very strongly towards making a very big decision when it comes to emotions, and when it comes to emotionally you making decision that is emotionally affecting you and other people or someone else in particular. So that's why I'm saying that this is so important, because it's connected to the hidden emotions, something that you don't talk normally, something that you don't discuss normally, but also at the same time it's just basically going to help you with your own practicality, and also it's going to help you with those areas in your life that is very important that I'm going to say right now. The area in your life where you feel completely restrained, the area in your life that was bringing you down, the area in your life that was making you kind of being like a closed up, you know, like unable to do what you want to do, you know, unable to kind of be free, unable to be happy, unable to be you. An important time, an important week to just kind of dig in and illuminate those areas in your life that are coming to an end. This is so important, my goodness, especially this week in between 8th and 14th. These numbers are very strongly connected to Leos as well, which means that there is a lot more going to be illuminated, but at the same time there is a lot more going to be going on for you. But it's so good because it's also, when I say it's a lot more going to be going on for you, it's also going to be a complete and sudden sudden change, okay? I'm seeing a bit of a tower here. And when I say complete and sudden change, I don't want you to get paranoid or anything like that. You know, this is life. You know, we need to get on with life. You know, we need to go to yin and yang. You know, we need to go through deeper in order to go to, you know, higher, whatever. You know, it's just so important. And it's just going to be like a complete and sudden change, okay? And it's just going to be connected to the certain person, and certain person is going to make you like disappoint you a little bit, but then at the same time it's not going to be something that you're going to be completely surprised, but at the same time it's going to make you feel really sharp. At the same time it's going to give you like a really good energy as well, because it's going to motivate you. And this is why I say yin yang. This is going to motivate you to the point where you will kind of feel your power, you will feel your inspiration, you will feel your creativity, and you will kind of start realizing this certain part of you, certain stage for you wanted to do this change for like absolutely long time, for at least 4 years. Okay, so very important time when it comes to this. And this is all to do with you, this is all to do with your emotions, this is all to do with your synchronicity, this is all to do with beauty, perfection, harmony, honor, and beginning of something very important, because someone very important, also an important relationship, is going to become absolutely mind-blowingly significant when it comes to you, my gorgeous Leos. And there is someone that you're going to meet this week that is going to make you feel free, so beautifully free, and that in itself is just going to let you something know, a big realization, a powerful realization that is on another hand going to kind of make you abandon certain part of your life, certain stage of your life. But also this synchronicity, it's absolutely going to be absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to you reaching your full potential. Let me tell you one more thing, my gorgeous Leonis. It is the synchronicity in general you need to follow. Any synchronicity you see this week, any numbers repeating, anything repeating, you know, anything, but especially the numbers, you know, synchronicity in general, synchronicity in what you do with the numbers, for example, with the dates, you know, with the time. Watch it, but at the same time, watch what you are doing, watch what you are thinking, watch what your problems are, what your issues are, because this in itself is going to give you a very important direction. There is a mind-blowing direction that you will have. First of all, it's going to confirm something for you, but on another hand, it's going to be mind-blowing direction. And that direction is purely going to lead towards your own success. Financially, brilliant week, good week, strong week. Okay, this is the week when finances are going to improve. And you're going to realize something else that you can do, that you want to do, that you could add up into your life. You see, you could change your life completely, okay, with what you do, what you focus on. And that is an option that you didn't have before. That is an option that only became part of your journey within the last couple of weeks or so, which is going to become very evident in this stage. However, the bottom line is it's all towards your own personal success, my gorgeous Leos, indeed. Okay, what else I was going to say, that when it comes to your actual health, now when it comes to your actual health, my gorgeous Leos, it's basically gum sensitivities. You are going to have a gum sensitivity, and please listen to me very carefully. I'm just saying this now because you need to avoid fluoride. Avoid horrible fluoride. Fluoride, I spoke about it before. These are chemicals that we do not need, okay? So the toothpaste contain fluoride. So I want you to get a natural toothpaste without fluoride, because it's going to help you a lot with the painful gums, okay? The same with the mouthwash. Fluoride-free mouthwash. I highly suggest to get a fluoride-free toothpaste with tea tree and echinacea. Okay, fluoride-free toothpaste with aloe vera, tea tree, and echinacea. So fluoride-free toothpaste with aloe vera, tea tree, and echinacea. And for the actual mouthwash, aloe vera and tea tree mouthwash. This is all natural, without fluoride, and without any chemicals or any rubbish ingredients. And this is something that is going to help you so much when it comes to the actual painful gums indeed. Okay, so avoid like a fluoride or chemical toothpaste. On another hand, you also will benefit a lot from taking acerola cherry powder every single morning. Like take a little bit of water and take a teaspoon, which is going to give 1080 milligrams of vitamin C. And vitamin C is fantastic for the gum health and for the gum healing as well. So acerola cherry powder, organic, please. I need you to take every single morning, and that is going to help you in general with a healing of your gums. Okay, so what else I was going to say? Now, when it comes to those of you in relationship, you see, there is going to be an interesting week. This is because something is going to make you realize that you're not maybe where you want to be. You're not maybe where you need to be. You're not maybe where you should be. You see, something is going to shake things up a little bit when it comes to your relationship. So this is going to be an interesting week, but whatever is happening, you need to sit down and you need to discuss this, where your relationship is going, because you're entering a very dodgy week. You're entering a very negative week, very dodgy when it comes to the actual energies, when it comes to you and when it comes to your partner. So you can say something that can be taken completely different, somewhere where you wouldn't want things to be taken to. So that's why I'm saying it's just so important to kind of see what comes up, see what you can discuss, see what is going on, see which issue you have. Because if you have issues this week and you don't discuss them, you don't sort them out, you don't deal with them, that is going to be in turn and become something completely different later on. So that's why I'm saying it's so important to discuss these issues, you see, because if you don't, then you're going to kind of, the certain things are not going to develop with this particular vibration, with this particular energy. So therefore, certain things are going to stay unresolved. So important to basically sit down and to discuss any issue, anything that comes up this week. Okay, now what else I was going to say, for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, it's a fantastic time to go out, fantastic time to meditate, fantastic time for the spirituality, fantastic time to train, fantastic time to like kind of connect, for the connection with the ground, for the grounding. It is not a good time to find someone. It is not a good time to go out and flirt this week at all, because this is not something that is part of your vibration or your journey. I mean, you can go out and flirt, that's fine. You can like enjoy yourself, because you will be looking good, you will have a lot of radiance, your power is getting very enhanced in this time of the year. So you're powerful, you're very shiny, you're very strong, you're very radiant. So flirting is actually always good, don't get me wrong. But to look for someone this week, it is not going to be the best time, because this is the week for the spirituality and connection and reconnection and a bit of meditation, because it's going to help you to realize something really important, and it's to do with you and with your personal spiritual journey. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about Virgolini, my gorgeous Virgos, my gorgeous Virgolini, and this is for the week from the 8th until the 14th of July, which is going to affect you like there is no tomorrow, because my gorgeous Virgolinis, cut hair in my mouth. My gorgeous Virgolinis, you are going to absolutely have a mind-blowing week, because as I said, number 8 is going to affect you in the best possible way. It is all about the success. It is all about the power. It is all about the control over the situation, but it just goes a long way. What you were doing for a long time, what you were hoping to happen, what you were hoping to achieve, and now this is not the end of it, like the main big, but it's going to be the big, huge, massive stepping point, because something is going to become available to you that it wasn't available before. And that's why I'm getting so excited here, because it is all about you being free, enjoying yourself, and getting like to the really important stage, really important point in your life when you're about to make an absolutely mind-blowing decision. And that decision is just going to be your own power. That decision is going to give you also at the same time a crystal clear focus, and it's also going to lead towards your own rebirth. On one hand, you're going to feel also very rejuvenated, very radiant, very good, but on another hand, you're going to kind of feel very sharp when it comes to thinking about your life. But this sharpness is going to bring you completely powerful and very strong and very grounded confidence, and that confidence on another hand is going to give you and bring you the control over the situation, strength, courage, power, energy, determination. This is going to be so good, because it's all about your your accomplishment, but it's all about happening at around the time when you feel very strong, when the balance of energy is absolutely perfect. And that in itself, it's also, believe me or not, going to make you to have a very strong connection and reconnection with your childhood, with the people who mean to you so much, with the really good friends, but that you haven't seen maybe in a while. And also it is going to, that in itself is just going to make you to connect to your childhood, but also most importantly, certain faded images, long time back, and also certain reflections from the past is going to bring you an insight into your life where you don't feel that happy, where you don't feel that good, into those areas of your life that you feel like, oh God, a little bit bored, a little bit negative, a little bit low. Now this is all going to make sense, and you're also about to complete very important circle at that moment in time, because it's all about the good news that you're also going to receive at the same time, about the advancement, about your personal situation. It's all going to go on the whole fantastic, beautiful, advanced level, and the ideas and things that you have been focusing for so long, now this is going to be a major stepping point. I'm so happy for you. I'm absolutely going to start screaming now. It's so good, seriously. You also have number 17, not also, but you have number 17, 17. It's your lucky number, my babies. This is like so mind-blowing, very radiant, very strong, very powerful, and very beautiful indeed. Number 7, my gorgeous Virgolinis, write it on your hand throughout the week, write it on a little bit of paper throughout the week, have a little pendant maybe with number 17, like put it in a little bit of paper, put in your pocket, have it in a little desk around you. 17, attaching yourself to the actual energy of this number 17. This is what you do. You attach yourself to this particular energy by having it around you. And this is also going to cause even more powerful vibration, even more strong vibration, even more significant vibration, and that in itself is also going to get things going. It's going to get things going to the point where things are just going to become even more enhanced for you, and there will be even more for you through this situation, through this realization, through this wisdom, through this power, through this advancement. It is all about a certain wise knowledge that you are going to have, knowledge that you are going to use. This dimension is just going to take you also somewhere else. On another hand, it is basically all about your success. You are going to gain this week, and I'm so good because at the same time there is like an issue that you had for a while, an issue that you had for the last 7 months, within the last 7 months, that were actually preventing you to make a really important decision. It is just going to be sorted out. There will be the challenge that is going to come with it, a solution, a challenge, but the bottom line is that you're just going to get so much more that you would normally get. You will gain so much more, and your life is going to take the whole new advantage. You will realize your own victory, my gorgeous Virgolinis. This week it's all about you, and it's all about your own personal power. It's all about your victory. It's all about you waking up and feeling vavavoom-ish, and that in itself is going to be a good starting point, because it's going to make you feel really happy. And when Virgolinis are happy, then everything is good, because you're on top of the world, you're on the cloud, flying around and looking at the situation from a very high ground, and that in itself, it just makes you feel like on top of the world, and that in itself, it's going to bring you a whole new direction. I'm so happy because it's like basically negotiation. There is also the negotiation that you're going to have. It's connected to the problem, an issue that you had for a really long time, and now suddenly there is going to be little change of destiny, which is going to be good, and something is going to happen much quicker, and this is going to surprise you in a certain way as well. But the bottom line is that you are going to have a successful negotiation indeed, and you're going to end up with so much more. On another hand, as I said, if you would like to have negotiations or anything like that, my gorgeous Virgolinis, this week it's going to be absolutely perfecto, absolutely perfect. This week it's going to be absolutely perfect if you can actually do the certain negotiations, because you will go with this vibration, you will go with this powerful flow, with this energy, which is just going to take you completely in a completely different direction, and that in itself is just going to bring so much more into it. You will be able to attach this energy even more, and then you gain so much better, so much more. That in itself is going to make you realize you will have a turning point, my Virgolinis. It's going to be the turning point, rejuvenation, power, energy, optimistic feeling. It's going to make you feel like, oh God, I want to do this, I want to do that, and it's just going to connect you emotionally to the parts of your life that you left, you know, issues and problems that you, oh no, you don't want to deal with, but you know you need to deal with. Now this is going to sharpen it up a little bit, and it's just going to pinpoint you and give you the chance to sort out certain things that are private, that are to do with you, that are to do with your family and your family issues and things like that. You know, there is going to be a little bit of like a turning point that you're going to have, but I didn't mean to say like a little bit turning point. I meant to say there's going to be a little bit of heartbreaking situation you're going to go to, that is going to come through this turning point that I'm going to have. But you know, sometimes in this life, you know, as my vet used to say to me, look, when my cat was unwell, you know, it needs to get worse in order to get better. You know, I never forgot about it. You know, it's a very strange, sometimes these things just stay in your mind, and this is what I say to you, you know, you need to get a little bit worse in order to get a little bit better. And I think that Virgolinis, you like you're comfortable, you're like little cats, you know, you like when you're comfortable, you just go for it. So that's why you don't want to destroy your comfortable, you see. And that's why I'm saying it's the brave moment and confidence and power and accomplishment that are going to change things, that are going to help you to move on with your life from a square one to number two. But it's also going to be connected to the little heartbreaking situation. It's going to be connected to 3 additional things that you're going to need to change, that you were unsure about, but you will know that they're coming slowly to an end, because you will have an indication, confirmation, and the power to actually, in order to actually do this. The journey also this week, what is going to be significant and important is going to be the certain journey that you're going to have, the certain trip and journey that you're going to plan, that you're going to have. You need to go on. You definitely need to go on, because what is going to happen by the time you get them, by the time you come back, there's an idea that you will have, an idea that is going to be strong, powerful, and literally sacred indeed. Okay, so now for those of you that are actually wondering what to do with the health and what is going to happen with the health now, it is going to be a little bit of stress that you're going to have. Do you know what? A little bit of baby stress you're going to have. I don't want to be like, oh God, no stress, God, he's all negative. But come on, stress is good. Stress is like making us do things sometimes. Stress is actually having a really wonderful and powerful impact on us sometimes, and we actually sometimes work much better under the stress than we are not under the stress. So all stress is not really bad. But when it comes to the stress, you know, it's good to actually make ourselves to like kind of fight it, or kind of take the certain supplements and do certain things that makes us feel a little bit better. So I would highly suggest you to eat like what you need to do. You need to eat, like, if you can, throughout the week, lentils. You know, lentils are so good for you, my gorgeous Virgolinis. They will help you in many different ways, because they're full of proteins. They're good for you in general, but also which is something that you will really need, also like to make sure that you are taking lots of protein this week as well. But also lentils are rich in B vitamins together with spinach. So if you can get if you can eat lentil and combination of lentil and spinach throughout this week, make sure that they're natural, make sure that they're organic, make sure that they're without any chemicals or anything like that. Please try to get this as natural as possible, please. So by eating combination of lentils and spinach, you are kind of like increasing your vitamin B levels, and vitamin B levels are fantastic, bombastic, the best when it comes to feeding your stress, when it comes to dealing with your stress indeed. On another hand, what else I want to say is that lots of people don't know that vitamin C is also quite good for stress indeed. So vitamin C, let me tell you something, baby. Vitamin C, I never recommend, which is a chemical version, okay? I always recommend the natural version, okay? Vitamin C, you need to get, if you get from the natural source, which is acerola, vitamin C, acerola cherry powder, organic acerola cherry powder. It's going to give you 1080 milligrams of vitamin C per 1 teaspoon serving. So take that in a little bit of water and drink every single morning. And that is just going to help you to rejuvenate yourself, and it's also going to help you with your stress levels, okay? What else I was going to say, my gorgeous Virgolinis, is basically now, for those of you that are in relationship, you see, for those of you that are in relationship, it's just to basically be careful, also a little bit of a conflict here, and it's just like a kind of like, I don't know, I'm not too sure, like if it's the best week to plan something really important, if it's the best week to get something really important, or if it's the best week to go on the next stage, you know, when it comes to you two. This is going to be a little bit strange strange week, a little bit low week, a little bit unusual week, because I think that there is some kind of new stage about to happen. I don't want to get you paranoid or anything like that. This is nothing that is going to surprise you. This is nothing that is going to be new. So that's what I'm saying. You see, I'm not saying to you nothing that it didn't happen before. This has got a roots in like a previous areas of your life, of you two together. You know, this has got the roots that are going to come back, that are going to kind of try to surface this week. And this is really important, to not to kind of like go low, to not to go dark, but to try to really look at the situation from every single angle and try to stay calm and see how you can kind of deal with this negative situation. It's basically to do with a certain conflict, and maybe, you know, it's to do with maybe certain like little arguments this week. And it's most certainly, the bottom line is, it's kind of like going to be very important week to not lose your rank or something like that. You know, sometimes, you know, there are things going on in lives, and this is also kind of half it's happening from things happening in your partner's life, but then half it's happening from an unresolved situations. Also, lots of unresolved situations this week that you're going to need to sorting out. It's going to need sorting out at some point. And that's why I'm saying it's so important to look at the things from a slightly different angle, from a slightly different picture. Okay, for those of you Virgolinis that are actually single and ready to mingle, I can say this is going to be the week of like a talking, the week of Walkman, the week of talking, the week of, do you remember Walkmans, my lord? Anyway, so this is going to be the week of walking, the week of walking. No, this is going to be the week of you, socializing, the week of you spending time with the people, the week of you being out there. And I think that there are going to be quite a few people that you're going to actually meet this week. It is not going to be the week when you're going to meet the love of your life, but it is so much more important for you to get this right. There is going to be a very important relationship, very important person that you're going to meet this week. Nothing to do with love, nothing to do with lovey-lovey, nothing to do with like a partner or something like that, but it's just that particular person is going to play an important role in you realizing something very important about yourself. You're finding out something very important about yourself, very important about your past, very important about your journey, which is going to be directly connected to the person that is about to enter your life. Very, very important moment in time indeed. Okay, so now the next sign I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous Libra. Libera, 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 libera. Libera, 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 libera. It's a butterfly, see? Libera, 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 libera. Libera, 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 libera. Libera, Libera. Hello, my gorgeous Libra. You're still not behaving. No, this is the week to be naughty. This is the week to be adventurous. This is the week to completely not behave. Because you not behaving and you being free, you being optimistic, is going to bring you 4 new options, 4 new solutions that you are going to have this week that are going to change your life. These 4 new solutions, 4 new options that you're going to have are going to become a strong, integral part of your life, of your society, of your particular spiritual journey, your particular spiritual journey, and it's all going to happen and it's all going to unfold right until the end of this year. There are 4 things that are going to unfold that you are going to be paying attention to, that you are going to be focusing on, that you are going to find very practical, that is going to bring you complete knowledge and complete illumination and complete expectation, and it's even going to be even more to what you actually expected your life to be once you actually realize this. This is very important, this is very insignificant, and it's also going to come to you, travel to you through the actual big change. Big change is going to happen at your home, connected to people around you, connected to your family, and that is going to be the big starting point. That is going to make you feel really creative. That is going to make you feel really optimistic. At the same time, there is a message you are going to receive. The message that you are going to receive is just going to be so good because it's going to make you feel feel really good. It's going to confirm something very important for you. It's all about your gain. It's all about your success, but at the same time, it's about the material gain, and at the same time, it's just going to be new option. It's going to become available to you. This is so good because you're not going to be the only one who is going to benefit from it. There is the whole like family or people that are immediately very close to you are going to benefit from this particular situation. I like this because something is going to happen. The whole new leaf in the page is about to be open right at the beginning of this week. My gorgeous Libras, please listen to me very carefully. At the beginning of this week, okay, especially like the first couple of days and especially the last couple of days, okay, so the first Monday and Tuesday and then the last couple of days, okay, Saturday and Sunday are going to be very important for you to pay attention to see what is going to be the very first on your mind when you wake up in the morning. You're going to have a very strong connection with your spirit guides, but most importantly, someone from the past, somebody that passed away, some past relative is in particular going to have a very special message for you. Okay, you may know this past relative, okay, or you may not know this past relative. Maybe this relative passed away when you were still a baby. They still stay attached to us. They're still around us. They're still part of our journey. They're still part of our life. They're part of our dimension. We live in 4 different dimensions, you know, at the same time. So this is nothing unusual. This is nothing to be surprised by. But what is going to happen within these 4 days? There's a very special message that you're going to have, and the special message that you're going to have is just going to become something very important for you. It is going to give you lots of inspiration, and it's going to confirm something for you, but at the same time it's going to make you feel very optimistic. And a very negative and bad area of your life that was bringing you down for the last 12 months, now this is going to give you a new hope, a new hope, a new hope, new hope. And this is going to become the fire, new fire in your soul, new fire which is going to, you know, burn within you, inside you. Something very important is going to start here, and that in itself, it's also going to help you to deal with a certain burden. Now this week is going to be the week of you dealing with a burden that you had for a while, okay? And all you need to do is just keep on being assertive and keep on focusing and keep on being optimistic and keep on being you. That's the secret. Keep on being you. And also it is just all about the creativity and power. What else I was going to say, just basically justice. Your justice is also, there's some absolutely important justice that is coming to you this week again. I have seen this before. I have been seeing this before, and this is so important because also at the same time this is going to mark the end of some really horrible horrible stage of your life, horrible period of your life, but then at the same time, you know, it's going to be the brand new beginning. I like it because there's a big smile on your face that you're going to have. It's going to give you so much confidence. It's going to happen the way you wanted it to happen. You know, this is something that you were like kind of hoping for, and it's just going to be really brilliant for you because it's just going to become like a great determination. It's going to give you new initiative. It's going to give you new strength. You know, it's going to give you new force. It's going to give you so much activity, and that is exactly what you needed, okay? It's all about your power, it's all about your success, and it's all about the beginning of something very important. I'm so happy for you because this most certainly is going to be absolutely fantastic, bombastic, mind-blowing time in your life. And also, if you want to find out something from someone, if you want to talk to someone, if you want to discuss something, if you want to like kind of sort something out, you know, if you want to like start some kind of procedure, if you want to start some kind of court or something like that, justice, your own justice. I'm not saying for you to go out and start court cases, but it's also very important to say that it's a very significant time for the communication and understanding. You know, it's like when you're wearing like a rose quartz, you know, rose quartz crystal helps you with like communication and understanding to express yourself. Now you're going to be like a rose quartz yourself, you know, you're going to be able to like express yourself in a completely different way. You're going to feel very super smart, super clever. I'm not saying that you don't feel like this normally, but there's going to be very deep and very wise dimensions engine that you're going to be part of. So that's why it's a fantastic time to sort out the problems and to deal with all those things that are actually getting on your nerves or that are making you feel really, really uncomfortable, because this is going to lead towards your accomplishment, towards your own particular personal transition, change, and also regeneration and rebirth before the end of this week. I like it because it's the time that you need to follow your own intuition, and that intuition is just going to it's going to make you feel very active, and it's going to make you feel very determined. Once you feel this determination, which whatever you do, this is like, yeah, just go for it, go for it, go for it. Fantastic. It's just your sign. Okay. What else I was going to say, it's just an absolutely brilliant week when it comes to God, I'm so messy today. Okay, this is absolutely brilliant week, especially when it comes to like looking for work, looking for a job, because something is going to happen that is going to make it be part of the slightly different dimension, and that in itself, it's also going to surprise you, because you're going to find yourself in a very unusual situation, being part of the very unusual situation, which is going to be just absolutely perfect at this moment in time, because you're going to find out certain skill about yourself, and this is your spirit guides are going to be kind of redirecting you at the same time. That's why to become the part of this like a sacred energy, you know, part of this sacred direction adjustment. That's why I need you to like kind of keep on applying for as many jobs as you can for this week, or school or university, or if you want to like try something new, if you want to adapt to something where you do something new. This is all good. This week is going to be absolutely perfect, because this Wheel of Fortune is going to bring you something completely different. If you are retired, this is also going to be the week when you're going to rediscover yourself. This is going to be a really good week, and also week when you will sort out certain problems once and for all, and you're not going to feel bad about it. You're not going to feel negative about it. It is just going to take you somewhere completely different, and in fact, it's going to give you the whole new power. Okay. Now, when it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Libras, now when it comes to the actual health, I need you to like drink as much as water as you can, because it's going to help to flush out the toxins out of the system. But also I need you to kind of like I need you to take like take mushrooms, please. Take mushrooms. And these are organic take mushrooms. These are so important. This is very significant. Maitake. I hope this is the right spelling. I hope this is correct spelling. Maitake. Maitake. These are so important. These are very special. These are almost sacred. These are the mushrooms. Organic, if you can get like a powder. They normally come in a powder, or you can get them like a dry, and these are so important because they are so significant when it comes to the rejuvenation, when it comes to our rejuvenation, and when it comes to our boosting our immune system. So get them and drink them throughout the week, and also get camu camu. Camu camu is a very strong, probably the strongest source of vitamin C in the world. It's like a camu camu fruit, basically. Camu camu. 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 Okay, Camu Camu is fantastic. It gives you so much, about 1,200, at around 1,200 milligrams of vitamin C per 1 teaspoon, like every single morning. It does taste a little bit strong, you know, I have to say, you know, but then again, if it tastes too strong, then acerola cherry powder would be a little bit less, like about 1,080 milligrams of vitamin C, okay? Slightly less, but you can take acerola cherry, which is not a strong taste. So you need to take the combination of these two, and that is going to help you so much to actually to sort out your to rejuvenate your immune system. For those of you that are actually in relationship, this is a brilliant week, because there is a very important opportunity that you both are going to be benefiting from this week. Have your eyes open, be very open-minded, be very adventurous, both of you. Do things you didn't do before. This is how you invite this energy even further, okay? Because there is something very important about to happen to both of you. Very, very important invitation, opportunity that you are going to have that is literally going to change your life. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, it's just basically you're gonna meet somebody, but it's just like kind of you're gonna meet somebody this week, but it's like going to be through a certain conversation when you're with a certain group of people, and you will like this person within a few minutes, but then very soon something is gonna wear off. Very soon you're gonna realize that there's something very negative about this person, and in that very moment in time you're gonna have a very strong connection with somebody from your past that you shouldn't have. This is not about that. that that you should go back to the past, somebody from your past, but there is a very important realization that you're going to have, believe me or not, through this person that you're going to talk to, you're going to fancy first, and then you're not going to fancy them again, but they will help you to have a strong connection, to make a strong connection with somebody from your past. And that in itself is going to be an important moment in time, because the realization that you're going to have, it's also going to help you to move on. This is very deep and this is very complex, okay, indeed. And I can see that, you know, this week it is all about the flirting, this week it is all about communication, this week it's all about you talking to people and rediscovering yourself in this way. I'm saying this so often, I'm saying this all the time. It is not like so much about going out there and just let me meet someone, just let it go, enjoy yourself. The actual talking to people is going to start some kind of process that is just also going to help you to realize certain stage about your life, but then that in itself is also going to be strongly connected to the actual certain situation that is about to arise in your life when you are going to meet like this vavoom person who is about to change your life. But it's all, you know, one step at a time. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, of course, is going to be my gorgeous Scorpio, my Scorpione. You're always here in the corner. You've got a little special place here in the corner, my gorgeous babies. And it's just all about the change, big change, you know. You're going to kind of like feel really good this week, and this is nothing unusual for you, my gorgeous Scorpiones, because this week is going to be powerful in many different ways when it comes to the actual energy, when it comes to the actual dimension, when it comes to the actual feeling, the way we feel. This is going to be a very important week, you know, and it is going to trigger so much in you, especially when it comes to the actual you feeling adventurous to actually make a certain decision. And decision that you're going to make is just going to be connected to your home, it's going to be connected to the big change, it's going to be connected to the environment, to your surrounding, but it's also going to be connected to the fact that this is something that you wanted to do in a really long time, okay, because the big dream and big wish is going to be connected to this, and I like it. It is just also going to bring another part of the journey that is going to become quite evident here, and the control over the situation, which is on another hand going to help you realize that it's all about your security and power, but it's also going to be all about the moderation. You were like kind of blocking yourself from moving on. You were preventing yourself from moving on because in your mind you were like, come on, I want to change. But now it is all about a realization. You don't, because when you focus on something so much, too much, then you block it from happening. It depends what kind of energy is. It depends what kind of energy we create. If you know, this is all the power of our mind, and it's all about the energy that we are creating with the way that we are thinking. So that's why I'm saying that it's all about you realizing and getting to the point to realize that you're on the right track, you're on the right journey, but it's to do with the moderation, you know, one step at a time indeed. On another hand, my gorgeous Scorpione, Scorpio, come on to play, Scorpio, come out to play. There is going to be the celebration. There is going to be a connection with the 2 or 3 people that are very important in your life, very significant in your life, because you're going to hear a good news. Now this good news is going to be huge. It's going to be connected to letter A, okay, but it's also going to be the beginning of something very special. This huge problem is coming to an end, okay. That is going to make you feel really good. That is going to make you feel really artistic as well. That is going to bring the whole new healing in this week. But that in itself, it's also going to realize there is a conclusion to the ongoing situation that was bringing so many issues that it came to an end. This is so good, and that in itself is also going to make you realize that this is an important week to follow your intuition. Someone is going to surprise you. Somebody is going to surprise you with their reaction, what they're going to do, what they're going to say, and you're just going to be like, oh my god. And that in itself is going to cause some kind of strange reaction, because it's going to make you to react in a certain way, but in a negative way. So you just need to remember a little Sashina, you need to remember Sasha saying just to basically step back from the situation and listen to your own intuition. If you feel it's wrong, step back from the situation and go home, go somewhere, go into the nature. Nature helps a lot to clear our head. Hug a tree and then go back back over there, after you come back from the nature, then you're just going to come back with a whole completely different vision. You know, everything is going to be crystal clear, and you're going to make the right decision. But if something feels wrong, then it's wrong, most certainly. And that in itself is going to bring you a fantastic balance. I like it, Scorpione, because the beautiful balance is coming through, and it's bringing you all this wonderful inspiration and potential, and it's to do with your practicality and security. And a horrible person, somebody who's trying to scrutinize you, somebody negative is going to be around you this week. And also, I have to say to you, be smart, be clever, do not lose your rag as well, don't lose your temper, don't lose your patience. Please remember me. The point is, just be clever, and the bottom line is that somebody is going to try to be quite naughty to you around you, but this is going to be really good, because this person is very dark, it's very low, and it's horrible. Ew! But that in itself is going to make you realize that a very important stage in your life is about to happen, and it wouldn't happen if that person didn't turn up there. And that is going to be so good, because that in itself, believe me or not, it's going to bring you the whole new hope, the whole new potential. The whole bright new prospects are coming into your life. This also means it's a great week to start something new, great week to apply for the new job, and great week to start something new indeed. This is so important. I'm so happy for you. Great week and great time for any kind of manifestation and any kind of friendships and any kind of inspiration, you know, like especially when it comes to artistic things and expressing yourself. There is a lot you're going to actually find out about yourself this week. Okay, very important indeed. What else I was going to say, when it comes to you, my gorgeous Scorpiones, you're also going to benefit so much from aloe vera juice. I recommended to you this before. It's something that you would need to take every now and then, but especially this week, it's going to be very significant to get organic aloe vera juice, natural aloe vera juice, because it's going to help you with your tummy. Your tummy's been very sensitive, but aloe vera juice contains the right amount of vitamins and minerals that are going to help you with the stomach lining in particular. On another hand, what else I need you to take and focus on is going to be carrots, organic carrots, or a carrot juice, because of the actual beta carotene, which is going to help you with the sensitive eyes. I can see that you're going to have sensitive eyes, so if you get like organic carrots or organic like a carrot juice basically, so that would be something that you're going to benefit from like there is no tomorrow. Okay, so now when it comes to those of you that are in relationship, this is absolutely mind-blowing week. I'm not going to, oh my god, this is a crazy week, this is a mind-blowing week, and there is something very important going to happen to both of you. It's going to blow you away, it's going to surprise you, and it's going to make you think in a completely different way, because you're going to be able to see a whole new stage that is about to become unfolded to both of you. This is so important. Listen to me very carefully. As a couple, you're going to have a strong Wheel of Fortune moment. Whatever it happens this week is going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely unbelievable, and whatever it happens this week, well, let me just calculate, okay? It's just a second. Okay, whatever happens this week, the outcome is going to be huge and massive in April 2020. So in April 2020, the outcome is going to be absolutely mind-blowing and super significant, and stemming from this particular moment in time. So watch this space, okay, and plant those seeds. Okay, for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, I'm telling you that you're going to meet some vavavoom-ish person, my gorgeous Scorpiones. And I think that you're going to feel a bit naughty, you know, naughty Scorpio, but it's so good, because it's going to happen at around the time when you feel very much so connected to some kind of learning experience. You will be connected to the new direction, and that moment in time, you're also going to kind of be in contact with somebody who is going to put you in touch with this person. So there is someone very special that is going to become the part of your spiritual journey, and that person is going to come through to the certain learning experience. When you're focusing on a certain learning experience, whether you're going to take something on, whether you're going to start learning something, whether you're going to start focusing on a new stage in your life, it all depends. But this is someone very, very important, and someone very trustworthy, somebody very beautiful, and somebody who you're going to feel very warm about straight away, and that person is going to feel the same. Okay, somebody very mysterious but very nice, somebody very smart but very sexy indeed. Okay, So now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be Sagittarius. My gorgeous Sagittarini, I love you to bits. My gorgeous Sagittarius, you know, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, this week is going to start with like a partial loss. Suddenly you're going to feel like a certain part of your life is missing. Certain part of your life is not there. And this is completely connected to the partial loss, completely connected to certain feelings, completely connected to the certain emotions. But this is so good, because it's just like also going to start certain emotions. It's going to bring you a little bit down. It's going to make you feel, oh God, but I'm not going to lie to you. This is an important moment in time, because at the same time you're going down really deep. At the same time you're going to dive really deep. You will go and illuminate those areas in your life that needs illumination. And it's not easy sometimes, but we need to face our demons. We need to face our problems. We need to face our negativities, because otherwise they will be there. Otherwise they will be annoying us. Otherwise they will be taking lots of things from us. And that's why I'm saying that this is going to be so good, because that partial loss that you are going to feel, and certain regret when it comes to the certain person or certain people in your life, certain direction that you took not that long ago, it caused you to have a certain difficulties in launching new projects, you know, whether you knew this or not. This was causing you like a difficult situations, because this was karmically very strong, karmically very powerful indeed. So that's why I'm saying that this is going to be something that you need in order to get that activity and determination back. So that doesn't mean, so that's why you're going to dive in, and as deep you dive, the higher you will go up, you know, as deeper you dive, the higher you're going to jump. And that in itself is going to be absolutely mind-blowing time for you, because for once it's going to help you with your own success and gain, to help you to see the new direction, but it's also going to help you to deal with a certain problem. And that in itself is just going to bring you the whole new determination, initiative, strength, force, activity. Oh my God, beautiful yin-yang moment. You need to listen to yourself. You need to come to terms with certain things. But again, at the same time, that is just all about your exuberance and determination. It's all about the swift activity and sudden progress that is going to happen from this place, this time indeed. And also, very special person is about to enter your life. Very special relationship is about to enter your life as well this week. And that's why I'm getting so excited, because your energy balance is getting just absolutely perfect. What your energy balance is actually doing, it's bringing you perfect energy. It's bringing you beautiful bliss energy, and it's absolutely perfect combination of materialistic and spiritual prosperity. I like it, because this is going to be the moment in time when you're going to feel very strong satisfaction and very strong accomplishment, and you're going to be happy this week because you will make a very important decision. And also there are two options that are going to be absolutely mind-blowing this week, and both options that you are going to have is just going to bring you the right balance. And also both options that you are going to have are going to give you absolutely beautiful control over those areas in your life that you didn't have control, that it was just all about timing, all about timekeeping, and all about waiting for the right moment in time. I'm so happy for you, because you're going to feel super sharp this week, and that sharpness is also going to kind of like make you very successful with negotiations as well. That negotiation, there's more than one negotiation that you are going to have, and there are like 3 strong negotiations that you're going to have this week. And also, if you would like to have more negotiations or buy something important or something like that, this week will be perfect. This week will be wonderful, because you will have this absolutely perfect combination of energy. And just expect very interesting opportunity this week. Okay, when it comes to the actual money and financial situation, I'm seeing some kind of inheritance here, my gorgeous Sagittarini. I'm seeing some kind of important inheritance. So if you know about this, that's great. If you're waiting for it, that's great. But if you don't have anyone to leave inheritance, if you don't have a family, because some people don't have a family, then basically it is going to be the part of the money that you're going to learn about, that you are part of, but there are other people that are part of that amount of money as well. So this is going to be really good, because this in itself, it's going to give you a really important moment. And this week, I'm going to have to say to you that by the end of this week, you are going to have absolutely huge, fantastic, and mind-blowing adventure of your life indeed. And that adventure is going to make you connected by the end of this week to the completely new stage of your life. But it's to do with a new page, new leaf, new school, new job, new career, new direction. Oh my God, it's all coming from your own beautiful, strong, and rather powerful accomplishment. When it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Sagittarini, when it comes to the actual health, you see, I need to tell you something. It's very, very important to make sure that you are helping yourself with the energy, because the energy, you will be using lots of energy, and every now and then you're going to feel like, oh God, I feel a little bit tired. Just make sure that you're eating nuts. Of course, don't eat nuts if you're allergic to nuts. Somebody once attacked me because I said this, but if you're allergic to nuts, obviously don't eat nuts. But the reason why I say to eat nuts are absolutely fantastic. When it comes to the actual energy, people don't understand and don't realize sometimes that nuts are releasing this energy very, very slowly indeed. This is what you need. This is what we want. Not sugar, which is rubbish, just fake energy for a few minutes. Nuts gives you really long energy over the prolonged period of time, and that's why the nuts are so important. You see, oats, nuts, oats, if you can't eat nuts, if you're allergic to nuts, then you eat oats, oats and hummus. Hummus is absolutely brilliant. Every single morning have this. When it comes to the actual, releasing the energy, this is so important for you to take this week. And if you need something a little bit stronger, it's spirulina, of course. Spirulina, it's a sea vegetable that comes in a tablet or in a powder form. In a tablet form, it's much easier to take as long as there is nothing else added, no nasty fillers or anything like that. It needs to be organic. But if you take spirulina tablets, then you need to check with your doctor or your GP, or if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, because only they can tell you whether you can take this or not. Spirulina is, by the way, a completely natural product, okay? For those of you that are actually in a relationship, you see it, you need to, oh my God, there's so many issues with relationships this week. Indeed, lots of problems need to be sorted out. This is what this energy is doing. This energy is making us to actually dig in and to sort out the problems. There is something that you're going to need to sort out, something that you're not really happy about your partner, something that you're not going to be happy about this week, something that you're going to realize, maybe discover, but it's as well not going to surprise you completely, but it's going to lead to you realizing something. And this is going to be an important moment in time when it comes to the actual couples, okay? Now, when it comes to I'm just going to say one more thing when it comes to the actual couples, so you're going to realize something that maybe, something that is not going to be quite right, something that maybe it was not as impressive as you wanted to be, some kind of direction that it's not going to be the direction that you wanted. And as I said to the previous sign as well, with with certain issues, you just have to step away from the situation and just kind of not let a conflict, just whatever you do, don't try to have a conflict. You just sit down, you talk, and you try to see and realize where your relationship is, where your relationship is at, but don't make any huge or massive or final decisions or anything like that. This week is just going to be really good and really great for the conversation to see what is not making you feel happy, for example. Okay, so for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, do you know what? There is someone very interesting that is going to become the part of your scenario. There is a very interesting offer that you are going to have at around the time when you are having an interesting offer. At around the time you will have an advice, and this is at around the time when this very, very special person is about to enter your life. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's my gorgeous and ever so precious Capricorn. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornius, I love you to bits. My gorgeous Capricornius, I love you so much. Okay, My gorgeous Capricorni, okay, my gorgeous Capricorni, I love you to bits. You are going to have things sorted this week. The things that are going to be sorted are going to be down to someone else. When I say the things are going to be sorted, they're going to be down to someone else. It looks like that someone is going to have like a little surprise for you. Someone is going to get in touch with you. Someone is going to call you. Someone is going to give you a little message. But this person is connected to you. This person is connected to your life. This person is connected to your friendship, to your relationships, and this person is also connected to you, to those moments in your life when you feel really happy, when you feel really ecstatic, which means that these people that are going to get in touch with you are people from your past, people from your childhood. Indeed. What else I was going to say, you're going to have absolutely fantastic news when it comes to the certain option that you have been focused on, the certain option that you wanted to happen, the certain option that you wanted to manifest, but you were just waiting for the right moment in time. Indeed. This is to do with what you do, but this is also strongly to do with a new direction and strongly to do with you making a really big move in order to change things. Now, you will have a certain gain and you will overcome a really annoying issue, an annoying problem. And the reason I'm saying this annoying is because this was taking a lot of energy from you, and this was clouding your mind, and this was making you feel a little bit negative about yourself, and this was preventing you from your own potential, which means some time ago, some while ago, you were affected by the negativity of someone, and that was karmically still a kind of planted on you. So this is why this is an important time for you to use the new radiance, to use this power of the actual gain and power of overcoming obstacle and challenges. Because when you have when you have this power, when you use this energy, when you overcome an obstacle and challenge, at the same time you're part of this particular energy, you're part of this particular dimension, and you're very powerful indeed. This is what people don't understand sometimes, but sometimes when we use this absolute triumphatic, if even this is even a word, when we use this like a good news, advancement, triumph energy, positive, strong, powerful energy, when we are in it, we are also part of this dimension that we are not normally part of. So therefore we are projecting completely different energy, therefore we are more powerful, therefore we are on a completely different level, therefore we see things from a completely different angle. So please keep on applying for as many jobs as you can, keep on trying as many things as you can, and also be very open-minded. Do something completely out of ordinary, doing something completely out of ordinary, making a different choice for you this week is going to take you somewhere completely different. Okay, it's going to make you realize for once how wise you are. It's also going to make you realize that something very important is about to happen to you, but it's also going to make you realize about a certain satisfaction and accomplishment that you wouldn't normally realize. This is going to be a really big week for you, my gorgeous Capricornians, because it's all about the balance that you are going to have. It's all about the harmony that you are going to have. If you want to kind of think about the next stage and next journey in your life, this is going to be so good, because it's just you're going to have a certain tact that is going to be absolutely sacred. On another hand, it is just all about your confidence, all about your power. You will realize that you've done really well, and that in itself is just going to be so good for you, because you will be able to prove something to yourself, to the other people around you, but also it's just the confidence, and the certain influence that you had from somebody else, that is just going to work so well, and that in itself is going to be the new starting point, and that in itself is going to confirm something for you, and that in itself is going to give you a new idea by the end of this week. I'm so happy for you, because this is all about you having a whole new adventure, being very enthusiastic, new initiative. You will discover something about yourself, something that is making you feel happy, but also it's going to give you energy and power to move on with the stage in your life that is bringing you down and that is not making you feel happy anymore, and it's cutting and destroying your possibilities. Now this week is going to bring you new possibility, which is just going to be absolutely become a new obsession in the best possible way, and you will rediscover not only your life and not only yourself, but you will rediscover your life, because you will want to. This is going to be one big change after another, but really good change, okay? Because every single change is going to bring you the whole new fresh optimism as well. Okay, a little bit of like a little conflict that you had some time ago with somebody, a little bit of battle that you had a conflict with somebody not that long ago. It is just kind of coming to an end. A negative situation is coming to an end, and I can say, like, I mean, the worst is over. It is not going to happen anymore. But the bottom line is that now this is going to give you the whole new and bring you the whole new determination and activity, because this is coming to an end, and now a certain karmic situation is just going to go away, which means that a new option is going to become available for you. And the new option is going to become available for you. It's going to give you two options, really. It's going to make you a little bit indecisive, but it doesn't really matter, because both of them are going to be very strong and very super powerful when it comes to the new stage of your life, when it comes to the new option, when it comes to the new plan, indeed, that is about to change your life. Whatever you do, be very giving this week. Whatever you do, be very open-minded this week. Whatever you do, be very karmically aware this week, because karmically this week is going to be very strong indeed. Okay, what else I was going to say now, when it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Capricornius, now it's very important for you to go out there again, try to find a place somewhere by the water, near the water, because this week in particular you're going to have a very strong connection with the water, and try to sit by the water outside. Very, very powerful indeed, because it's going to help you with the actual meditation, like there is no tomorrow, and your own personal rejuvenation and grounding. If you can't find the water, then it's being in the forest, or being somewhere next to the tree that is inviting you, the tree that is calling you, the tree you will know it by seeing and feeling which tree you feel connected to, you see. And this is the tree that is calling you, that you're going to benefit from, which energy you're going to actually benefit from. So important for you to do grounding, but as well it's very important for you to get acerola cherry powder, organic acerola cherry powder, vitamin C. Take it every single morning, because that is also going to help you with the low immune system and rejuvenation and grounding, which I think is going to be really important. Acerola vitamin C powder, you take 1 teaspoon, you mix up in a little bit of water every single morning, and that gives you whopping 1080 milligrams of vitamin C, natural vitamin C indeed. So if you can get acerola cherry powder and drink this in a little glass of water every single morning, if the first thing in the morning, you will see it will rejuvenate you. Okay, for those of you that are actually in relationship, it's very important stage happening. For those of you in relationships, there is a very strong and powerful studying going to happen, deep concentration, application and study, but it's going to happen at the same time. When you hear a good news, you and your partner are both going to benefit from it, but be very careful, because this is a tricky one, because this new study, new reflection can kind of manifest, but it can disappear really quickly. So it's one of those, like a karmically powerful spiritual situation that is going to come through quickly, make it seems look really simple and little, but it's actually going to be something very powerful. So don't miss your opportunity. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, my lord, at the moment in time when you start some kind of learning project, learning experience, there is someone also at the same time it's going to start kind of flowing towards you. You're not going to meet that person this week, but at the moment in time you start this week something new. It doesn't have to be course college. You can start thinking about a new direction in your life. This is already the moment in time when in your mind you're already energetically creating a new path, new way for this very special person to come in to your life indeed. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous Aquarius, of course. Aquarius, 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 Aquarius. When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, my gorgeous, powerful Aquarius, what an information you are going to have. What a news you are going to have. Do you know what? On one hand, you will know exactly something is going to be proven to you. Somebody maybe was thinking and saying, oh no, they're crazy, they're not normal. No, that's not good, Something that you started not that long ago. Maybe certain people didn't agree with, and you are going to have absolute absolutely mind-blowing, fantastic, such a powerful confirmation. This is not so much about the confirmation, this is not so much about you proving something, but it's very important moment in time, because this is the moment in time when you are going to have a very strong power of your mind, because you're reaching a very strong point in your life, when you're reaching a very strong and powerful potential of yours. I know you know what I mean, and especially this week in between 8th and the 14th of July, this is going to be very strongly evident. It's very important for me to say that the power of your mind, when it comes to the creativity, and when it comes to you thinking, and when it comes to you focusing, it's going to be absolutely super strong, okay? So don't curse anyone or anything like that. Think positive. I'm not even joking. Think positive, think positive, think positive. There is someone going to come through, and somebody's also going to kind of challenge you. A male person is going to try to challenge you this week. Something is not going to work quite right. This person is going to be around you. This person's been part of your life, but this person has also been creating certain negativities. It's going to challenge you a little bit, so it's very important to keep calm. It's very important not to bite, it's very important to step from the situation and just not to overreact or not to react. All you need to do is just to react in a completely different way, which is on another hand going to help you to inspect and see the situation from a whole different angle. It's going to help you because it is just going to help you to kind of like see what is causing the certain downfall, what is causing the certain negativity, and what is causing certain problems that are actually, without you even realizing, that are actually preventing you to move on and making really big decisions. I know I keep on saying it, but there is still certain person around you. Now the moment in time it's coming very, very close when that person around you is going to need to be dealt with, not in a bad way, not in any aggressive way, but it was just like a little question or a little confrontation, because that particular person is not good person. That particular person I keep on talking about, it's somebody who's like having certain significance. It's very cute and very sweet on the outside, but not maybe that sweet and cute on the inside. Maybe just a little bit rotten on the inside, but very cute on the outside. So it can be quite confusing sometimes, people with this particular type of energy indeed. So that's why I'm saying that this is going to be a very interesting moment in time. On another hand, you are having a mind-blowing invitation and opportunity this week. You are going to have a mind-blowing invitation and opportunity this week, and that is just going to be all about your life, taking it on a whole next level, and you're going to make a mind-blowing decision as well, and it's to do with your approach, and it's to do with a certain advancement, it is to do with a certain appeal, request, and challenge. You will have a challenge at around the end of the week, in between Saturdays and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Them 3 days are going to be super strong and super significant when it comes to the certain challenge that you are going to have. But that challenge is just going to be so good, because it's going to bring you good news, it's going to bring you a wonderful gain, but also most importantly, it's going to help you with your own regeneration and rebirth. You will know that the negative situation is coming up when it comes to the certain person in your life, when it comes to maybe somebody, I don't want to sound really bad, but maybe somebody who's like really older and elderly, around your life, that you're worrying about, maybe the time is coming up soon, I'm not saying anything, but it's just something that something that you're aware of, and something that you're completely aware of. So I don't like talking about those things, but then again, it is going to be a very interesting situation that you're going to realize through this, and you will also do something, and you will also be able to fix something on time. Do you know what I mean? You will be able to fix something on time. Okay, and what else I was going to say, this is going to lead towards your own regeneration, rebirth, and readjustment indeed. Okay, now this is also going to be an important time when it comes to the actual investment. If you would like to invest something, if you would like to buy something big, this week is also going to be very, very good indeed. On another hand, this week is going to bring you the actual this week is actually going to bring a certain obstacle. That's right. So this week is going to bring you certain obstacle. Please don't get too confused. Please don't get confused, because this obstacle, you're going to see like a challenge. It's going to be a couple of other people that are going to be connected to this situation, but you're going to do absolutely well. You're going to do so well. Just remember that this week is going to be your lucky week. So when it comes to the actual negotiations, you're going to be lucky, because your number is 77. My Lord. Your number is 77 this week. You've got the double angel numbers, double spirit numbers, double God numbers, double universe numbers, which this is going to reflect on your third psychic eye, like, hello my darling, I'm here. You know, third psychic eye is going to be huge. It's going to be all around the place. It's going to see everything before everybody else around sees. So this is going to be an advancement. This is going to give you an advantage indeed. Also, the certain person in your life that means to you so much is going to give you some kind of news. It's going to tell you something, and it's a lot to do with you seeing that person. It's a lot to do with some kind of reconnection, with some kind of reunion. Your energy is going to benefit so much from the reconnection with a certain person. Your energy is going to benefit so much from the reconnection with a certain powerful person in your life that is meant to be in your life. This person is the part of your strong part of your spiritual journey. We all have them. We all have our friends, you know, that we had for a long time and things like that. These people are meant to be in our life. Some people are meant to be, some people are not meant to be. But the real people in our life, the real friends in our life, the real family members in our life, they're meant to be in our lives. They're meant to be part of our spiritual journey. So someone is going to make an absolutely massive, significant difference, because somebody in your life is also going to help you with a certain judgment, help you with a certain direction, which is going to help you on another hand with some kind of promotion of yours, and it's also going to give you the direct result when it comes to the outcome of past efforts indeed. Okay, what else I was going to say, there is an option that it's going to become available to you when it comes to your practicality, when it comes to your business knowledge and things like that. Okay, there is an option that is going to become available here for you, and it's really important for you to understand this, and really important for you to understand it's going to seem like a tiny little thing that is going to grow into something absolutely massive indeed. I like it. You know what, there is a special harmony you're going to feel, beautiful harmony this week. It's going to make you feel really good. You're going to feel very strong connection with the spirits, very strong connection with the spirit guides, and you know, it's just all about the perfection, harmony, trust, and the beginning of something very special, beginning of some kind of realization that is just going to put certain person in a certain equation, that you will know that this is somebody who is just going to be there, and somebody who is going to be the part of your life for a while, and that is indeed going to make you feel really good, and indeed going to give you great determination, power and strength. You are going to realize a really important period of your life. It's about to happen, you know, and I'm so happy for you, because this is your time, and after this week things are going to cool down for you a little bit. Things are going to have the whole new sense of energy, the whole new sense of direction, and you will finally be able to chill out a little bit, because you have been through so much. The bottom line is, it is all about you having a control over a situation, you having a strength, courage, and all this beautiful confidence and power in order to move on with your life by making a very interesting decision indeed. What else I was going to say? Do you see my gorgeous Aquarius? Aquarius, I've got my moments. you see my gorgeous Aquarius. It's just basically all about a certain apprenticeship that you're going to have. If you're working and you're focused on something, you know what, pay attention to your little spirit guides, pay attention to what you feel connected to, pay attention to what you feel drawn to. Please do not miss your opportunity. There is going to be an opportunity that is just going to be mind-blowing, but the part of this direction is, part of this dimension is, part of this direction is, part of this energy is, that there are little things around us, and we have to be spiritually awakened. We have to have the right balance in order to get these little things and realize that they're not little, they're huge. And that's why an option that is going to seem like a tiny little, when it comes to what you do, your apprenticeship, your work, your job, if you're retired, what you focus on, a little tiny opportunity is going to be the part of your mind, at the back of your mind, and that little part of opportunity is just going to be also at the same time be the beginning of something really big, really great, and it's going to require certain personal effort, time, okay, and it's going to require from you to have a commitment to the task at hand. So you therefore keep on working, keep on doing, keep on focusing, keep on staying on the same journey. This is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. Be very wise, you are, but this is going to lead towards your own success and towards your own turning point. An unusual advice you're going to get through the very like a strange person, strange looking female person is going to give you bizarre advice. When I say strange looking, it's going to be like just a strange strange looking person, and something is going to be really odd about her, spiritually odd, spiritual odd, you know, an advice that you're going to get that may not even be an advice. So watch for this spiritual person, a strange person in color blue. There is something going to be very strong with the color blue when it comes to that particular person indeed. But the bottom line is, it is just beautiful advancement that you're going to feel, great abundance, you see, perfection, joy, you see, that you're going to feel this week. And this is so good. And an important time this week, what else I was going to say, to make your little ritual, you know, take a little candle. And this is going to be super strong because your power of your mind is super strong this week. So take a little candle, write down, you know, a little candle which is really tiny. Take a little organic lavender oil and anoint 3 sides. 1, 2, 3 with your finger, and then take a pen and write on the side of the candle 3 things. What would you like to manifest? 3 things, like money, love, health, whatever, you know. And then the reason why little candle is just one, because as the little candle is littler, a smaller candle is, the quicker it's going to burn. And the point is to burn as quick as possible. You see, oh gosh, you see, I've just dropped wax everywhere. Oh God, I was just going to show, not as thick as this, but anyway, so I'm playing with the wax now, and thank God it's on the table and it didn't go on the floor. Thank you, God. Okay, so good. So basically, this is a strong sign to me that this is something that you need to do. Aquarius, you have your sign here. Okay, you need to take like a little candle, anoint 3 sides with like a lavender, write 3 things you want to manifest. Once you burn it, this is a very important moment. You just relax a little bit, ground yourself a little bit. Imagine this beautiful white light going through your body, through your head, you know, through your one shoulder, second shoulder, going down one leg, second leg, you know, and then you have this power, this joy. You're part of the strong dimension. You're already halfway there. And then once you do this, you're just like focusing on the candle, you're looking at the candle, you're like focusing on this particular 3 things at the same time as well. You can chant a little bit, you can say a little affirmation, you can say a little mantra, it's up to you. But the moment you light the candle, it's very important. The moment you light the candle, I need you to relax, to be completely in the mood, you know, in the zone, in this energy, in this power, in this dimension. And the moment you light the candle, at the same time you light the candle, you light the power, you light the light within yourself, within you. And this is the very strong moment that you make with this candle. This is a very strong connection that you make with this candle. And then you leave the candle to burn until the end. And once the candle burns until the end, okay, you take all the remainings of the candle, go somewhere in the forest, go somewhere outside, find a nice hole, dig it in, open, you know, dig the little hole that deep, put it all in, cover the hole with the ground, and then turn around and look where is a natural rock, a natural stone, a natural crystal that you, natural rock, a natural stone, natural crystal, you're right, natural rock, a natural stone that you feel drawn to. Natural rock or stone are just as beautiful, just as important, just as powerful. As soon as we see one that we like, that means that that's the one that's making a connection with us. That's the one that is going to be positive for us. That's the one that is going to be effective for us. You take that rock and you finish your ritual by placing that rock on top of that hole that you just covered, and your ritual is finished. Your ritual is over. And it's very important to say not to be selfish. When you do things like this, it's important to not to be selfish. As less selfish we are, as less optimistic we are, as more optimistic we are, as more positive we are, the more successful this is actually going to be. On another hand, what else I was going to say, you know what, this is a fantastic week when it comes to the actual teamwork, and something is going to happen this week that is going to be the huge, absolutely fantastic starting point, and it's to do with the actual destiny, it's to do with the fortune. There's going to be a really important moment in time that is going to happen through the team of people, through the people. There's going to be something that you're going to realize, and it's also at the same time going to be very important decision making point, you know. And also just the whole new enthusiastic feeling that you're going to have through this is just going to kind of make you make sure that you know that you're on the right track, that you're on the right journey, you know, especially with the certain decisions that you made not that long ago. Very indecisive, you know, there is going to be an indecisive situation that you're actually going to have by the end of this week, but just remember, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. This is all about you. It is all about your turning point. It is all about your prosperity. It is all about you being free, and also at the same time you being very prosperous, you're being very successful, and you're being very happy. The bottom line is just think about work-life balance. Think about work-life balance, and think about how you can reward yourself, and also think about like how you can get a certain knowledge by the certain connection and reconnection, especially when it comes to the spirituality and the things that you are focusing on. And I'm going to tell you one more thing, as I said, it's just that there is going to be very strong connection also that you are going to have with your childhood, and there is something is going to be very, very kind of calling you to go back. Something is going to become very strong, certain stage, certain part of your childhood. Just watch for it. You're going to find yourself at the moment like, oh my God, why am I thinking about my childhood so much? This is because throughout this week there is going to be a very strong connection, because with your mind, with your energy, you will go as further as you can possibly go. There are things from the childhood that you're going to bring back. There's things from the childhood that are going to bring you an insight that is going to help you to make one of the biggest decisions in your life. Okay? March 2020, it's going to be the continuation of that. March 2020. So just watch for this fertile land that you are going to have. Watch for this fertile ground that you are going to have throughout this week. And don't miss your opportunity. Okay, now when it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Aquarius, I told you this before, this is so important for you. You're gonna need to, this is important for you, like a green tea. I'm sure I offered to you before, but it's like a green tea matcha, a real green tea matcha that gives you the whole combination of antioxidants, and it also gives you so much more because it's made of the whole plant instead of like just like a little bit more processed than like a normal green tea. So please try to get like a matcha green tea. Or if you can't drink matcha green tea, this is a proper green tea, then you can at least try to get organic green tea. It's very important because it's going to help you with the antioxidants, but also it's going to help you with your heart. I'm not saying your heart's going to be trouble or something, God forbid it, but it's just a slightly, I can see like a little bit of a certain negativity right around your heart. So pomegranate basically juice, organic pomegranate juice, if you could get, would be absolutely fantastic in combination with green tea, matcha green tea. Drink this throughout the month. Not only throughout the week would be like at least, but if you can, try to drink this throughout the month, because it's going to help you beautifully when it comes to your heart health. Okay, indeed. What else I was going to say, you see, for those of you that are actually in relationship, the new planets coming through, something is going to be mind-blowing, something is going to happen, it's going to be new beginning, it's going to be new plan, and it's going to be absolutely perfect. But at the same time, your subconscious mind wasn't really too sure about something, but most certainly you are going to get a really important confirmation, sorry, but this is about you too. This is about your relationship, of course. Okay, now when it comes to those of you that are like single and ready to mingle, I'm sorry, but there is somebody going to be around you, smart, clever, intelligent, third psychic eye as wide as this, like how you like them, like all charismatic, just like you are, for example. But this is not the right person. I'm sorry. It's not that this person is even bad or something like that, negative, horrible, evil, but it's just somebody who's not at the right stage in their life because of their particular spiritual journey, because they're still sad, they're karmically not finished with somebody else. So it is going to be somebody who is not really ready to kind of move on with their life yet. So this would be just something really, oh God, please just stay away. Sorry, but it's karmically, this is an important moment for you to understand something about yourself, but for them also, they will understand it and not quite ready yet. Okay, so it's not really somebody to actually, like kind of, focus on, or it's not really like a new love of your life, but it is a realization. Everything happens with a reason. So okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous Pisces, Piscelini, my gorgeous Piscelini. I love you to bits. You are going to feel so brave, You're going to feel brave this week, and it's going to happen right at the beginning of this week. And the reason why you're going to feel like that is because of the certain confidence, and the confidence that you are going to have is just recently things started improving in your life, and that is all about your confidence. And you also had like a certain opportunity opportunity, an invitation that you had not that long ago and you took it on, and that is most certainly going to be the continuation of that. It is just all about you keep on being active and determined, keep on having and using this great determination even in those moments in time and you feel like, oh God, no, you just go for it, just go for it, just go for it. In the last 11 months it has been really hard. In the last 11 months it has been really confusing. At the last 11 months, the things have been really clouding because it was really confusing. You couldn't find happiness where the happiness was, or you couldn't feel happiness where the happiness was. You couldn't kind of feel connected and as connected as you normally would. And also you had like some kind of hidden enemies along the way, and you were aware of it. You weren't aware of some, but then again that was causing the certain energy around you that was preventing you from reaching your full potential, and also it was preventing you to move on. This is very dangerous sometimes when we find like a hidden enemies around us. It doesn't even have to be nothing personal, but just sometimes they are meant to be there, like a part of our spiritual journey, to annoy us a little bit and also to help us at the end of the day in order to make some kind of decision, in order to move on with our lives, because sometimes we can find ourselves in a certain group of people doing a certain thing, a certain job, and enjoy ourselves, but the actual job is maybe not that really good. And so that's why we need a little bit of people in our lives, little snakes like this, just to like kind of shake us up and remind us, if we move on, then there is something much better for us. The number 5 is also going to be very strong. So certain little hidden enemies that you had around in the last 11 months, they were like kind of part of your spiritual journey, and they were believing me or not, they were like redirecting you to go in the right direction. This is so important. It's very deep and it's very sacred moment in time, because most certainly this is all about your success, and it's all about the beautiful change that you are going to have, and most certainly it's all about love, beauty, perfection, harmony, trust, and the success that you are going to have, that is going to finally lead towards one of the biggest turning points in your life, especially when it comes to those parts of your life where you felt completely imperfection, those parts of your life where you felt that you failed, those parts of your life that were bringing you really down, and those parts of your life that were making you feel like really confused and that was making you feel incomplete. This is so important because on one hand, this is going to make you feel really creative. This is going to be the beginning of something very important, and that is just going to be absolutely fantastic starting point for you. I'm so happy because you are going to have a certain request also this week. This request is going to be mind-blowing because you're going to find it very challenging, and there are going to be lots of elements around it that are not kind of familiar, that you are not familiar with, but that's the bottom line. The bottom line is, again, I told you this before, to jump in the water. You don't need to learn how to swim, my gorgeous Pasolini, because you're Pisces. You will swim like there is no tomorrow. You will swim like a little shark, like there is no tomorrow. So that's why you need to be as adventurous as possible this week indeed. On another hand, you're going to have like a really, the resolution of the problem is going to happen, and the resolution of the problem is going to happen by you being very creative, by you staying committed to the task at hand as well. And also, when it comes to money, I'm so happy because the financial situation is going to improve this week. This is absolutely great, and I can see you getting something very special for yourself, or doing something really special for yourself, like treating yourself really nicely. And also, it's just the beginning of a meaningful experience and adventure. I'm so happy because it's all about the experience it's all about the meaningful experience, adventure, and you rediscovering yourself. Also, it is. Let me just tell you something. It is just it's certain person at around the time when somebody inspires you, at around the time when somebody influenced you like really varoomish. So there is going to be the person. You're either going to see that person this week, or either you're going to be thinking about them, or either you're going to be focusing on them. Now this is the moment in time when you're also going to have an omen. An omen is going to help you so much to make a particular mind-blowing decision. The decision that you're going to make is going to help you with your health. It's going to help you with your direction. It's going to help you with your life. It's going to help you to make it one of the biggest readjustments of your life indeed, okay? And it's also going to help you to realize that the success that you're going to have, that is about to happen, the direction that it's about to unfold, that you wouldn't normally realize. This is so important because it's also going to be completely connected to the part of your life that was making you feel really depressed, the part of the life that was bringing you down. Also within the last 11 months, this is a very strong moment in time. This is a very strong point indeed. Within the last 11 months, the things that were making you really unhappy, the things that were bringing you down, the things that were making you depressed are going to kind of like have a really nice turnaround, and karmically they are finally, thank you God, coming to an end, and it is going to be absolutely the start of the whole new adventure, the whole new experience, which is going to be connected immediately to the new plan and new wish that is going to make sense to you so much, because it's going to bring you the success, turning point, and the whole new synchronicity. It's going to help you on one hand to deal with the problem and burden that I've just mentioned, but on another hand it's going to help you with your own transition, and it is going to help you with your own regeneration, readjustment, and rebirth. This is so beautiful because it's going to help you to make a decision that you wouldn't think that you would be able to make before. You just thought, oh, I need confidence and this and that, it's going to be absolutely fine. Also, what else I was going to say, it is just brilliant because you're going to feel brave. This is the bravest week I have seen Piscelini, my gorgeous Piscelini, this is the bravest week I've ever seen since I've been doing your reading. So please try to deal with problems, try to get the bull for its horns, you know what they say, that saying, even if I don't know if I just made it up, but it's just to try to do as much as you can, because you will be ready for anything. You will be having a sacred power, you will be having a sacred energy. I don't know how to explain this happens once in millions of years. Pisces, my gorgeous Piscelini, this week is crazy when it comes to power, crazy when it comes to you focusing on things, crazy when it comes to you doing things, making things, but being as optimistic and ready for absolutely anything, because you're going to have super power. Okay, absolutely brilliant, because this is going to be a really fantastic new starting point, and that in itself is just, as I said, it's going to make you completely connected to some kind of it's going to be connected to complete resolution of a problem that is going to be obviously pretty much so connected to the conclusion, healing, and satisfactory result, and that in itself is just going to make you realize the deep concentration and application. It's about to happen. You're about to become part of the whole new journey. You're about to become a part of something really different, something really significant, and something very big when it comes to you and your particular experience. This is going to help you so much, and it's going to be connected with a certain study, certain reflection, and respect for knowledge. Okay, the desire for learning and new ideas is going to be absolutely super evident here. Okay, that is just going to bring you, believe me, the whole inspiration, bright prospects, and also optimism, satisfaction, pleasure, and happiness. I'm so happy because that in itself is going to become a new starting point indeed. Okay, let me just tell you something, that when it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Piscelini, when it comes to the actual health, I will tell you something. There's calcium, magnesium, and zinc. You will benefit from taking a supplement which is like a calcium, magnesium, and zinc indeed, because this is the area that you're going to need to pay attention to. Okay, it's together with your bones, muscle, and the immune system all in general, which is like a zinc, absolutely brilliant for. So it's the calcium, magnesium, and zinc, and if you take this supplement, just make sure it's organic, like natural, without any horrible fillers, anti-caking agents and all that rubbish. Just natural as possible, please. Or if you can't get it natural, then try to take as food and supplements, food maybe that you can get, like a natural supplements for the food sources, if you can't get the actual supplement. But just make sure that you're taking calcium, magnesium, and zinc, please. Okay, also, what else I was going to say, for those of you that are actually in relationship, it's just like a basically, your partner is going to be going through a certain trouble. Your partner is going to need a little bit of your help. Your partner is going to need a little bit of your energy, please. It is just some kind of sadness and negativity that your partner is going to be dealing with. It's not going to last forever. It's only going to be through this week. So try to do something different. Try to take them somewhere. Try to bring the energy of something new, something different, because that is the best to reflect, especially especially when it happens to like people going through something difficult, something negative, certain problems, because when we bring a new energy and surprise them, that changes things quite a lot, almost immediately. So this is something that I would suggest. Nothing to do with you, but it's something to do with something that they're dealing with, maybe some kind of issue with themselves, like maybe their family or, you know, things like that. Okay, so for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, now there is someone very significant that is going to become the part of your spiritual journey, but this is not going to happen this week, okay? But this person is going to be around you this week. This person is going to be around you when you're surrounded by other people, when you're focusing on something that you do, when you're focusing on something that you're doing, that you're making, and when you're focusing also like on a really big picture in your life. You will be meeting quite a few people this week, and this is also going to be very significant when it comes to relationships, social relationships and flirting, because you will be very radiant, you're going to feel really good, and that in itself is going to be quite just as good as having someone seriously. It's so good to flirt because you just realize so much about yourself. But there is someone very special that is about to manifest there, okay? And that person is going to be somebody very smart, very clever, very intelligent, perfect work-life balance, but it's to do when you're focusing on a certain skill, when you're focusing on a certain work, and you're also going to be thinking about that, and you're at the same time you're going to be the part of a certain group, and that is going to be the moment in time when you're going to meet for the first time, or you know, you're going to realize for the first time this particular person, and it's just going to be very strong connection almost immediately. But it's not going to happen straight away. It's going to be one step at a time. Do you know why I say it's so important to start at the beginning and work your way towards the end, rather than start at the end and work your way backwards? Okay, so important. However, be prepared to be swept off your feet, my gorgeous Piscelini. Okay, my gorgeous people, I love you all to bits. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all. I love you. I love you all, absolutely. I'm sending you brightest blessings, healing, love and light to all of you. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you.